Hey, welcome everybody. Grant Cardone here, your friend in business, sales, marketing, scaling, investing. I'm always here for you to tell you the truth. Hey, welcome everybody. Grant Cardone here.
Oh, we can hear that in here, Johnny.
Yeah, I got some feedback. There's two of us. Y'all only need one of me, okay? Hey, I'm your friend in everything about the truth about business, sales, marketing, and finance. And today I'm so excited to be spending time with you. 15,000 people. Just less than
just over 15,000, yeah.
Registered for this event. Jared Glant's in the house today. He's sitting next to me. We're going to be spending the next 90 minutes with you. Grab a legal pad. I like the ones with lines in them. I don't know why I can't get a simple ass legal pad at my house. White with lines, okay? Nice thick paper I can write on. I'm going to give you a bunch of notes today so that we can 10x your growth in 2025. 10x your growth in 2025. Also, for all of you, I want you to write down this date as you come in. March 19th, 20th, and 21st is going to be a historical event that I want to invite you to, okay? I'll do that later, and I'll show you actually how to get access to this epic historical event for life, okay? In fact, the offer, if you guys want to already know where it's at, grantcardone.com/2025. For those of you who came here and you said, hey, I want to do something with Grant. This is my time. This year's the year. This event is going to be epic. And again, I'll tell you more about it in a few minutes. But what I'm going to do for the next 90 minutes is share with you some of my friends that have used what I'm going to share with you today, how to increase their income, their finances, how to actually have enough money to scale their ideas and dreams to make them a reality, how to market those ideas to mass numbers of people, and how to create an audience that trusts you, knows you, believes in you, and will support you in whatever it is you're doing. If you don't know who I am, I own a number of businesses. I started with no money. I'm so proud to say that I started with nothing, zero, no money, no connections. I had a little bit of talent. Had a big desire, a lot of desire to change and make my life better. But when I was 25 years old, I was broke, no credit, no respect. Didn't respect myself either, by the way.
I get no respect.
And I didn't give any to myself. And my life was really screwed up. And today we own a number of companies that we hold private, maybe taking a couple of those companies public here in the next year. We do almost $1 billion of revenue a year, privately held. And we didn't go to the banks to seek money. I have a real estate company. It's got $5 billion worth of real estate under management. We've raised $1.6 billion from investors. We have another from our partners, without brokers and without banks and without institutions. We have another company that's probably done $1 billion, $1.8 billion over the internet selling products, services. We have an educational company that does about $150 million a year. We have a consulting company that consults small business owners, kind of like an Ernst Young or a McKinsey would, to set up your organization and reduce your expenditures and maximize your marketing. Bring in great people so that you can become a real company.
For a fraction of the cost of what they do. It's accessible to any small business.
Because we're basically democratizing success here. This is what my company does. We reach about 160 million people a year, just so you know. And this is going to be important for you guys, okay? I'm telling you about my company. Remember, all this started from zero, okay? From nothing, just an idea. So I'm going to show you how to do this today. We reach about 160 million people a year. I think that's about what we reach, in order to do business with 150,000 people. These 150,000 people, I'm giving you information right now how to build your business. This is where you're going to go, by the way. This is what I'm going to show you how to do. If you're a waiter, a fisherman, a car salesman, a plumber, HVAC, solar, you sell clothes, you work at Neiman Marcus. I was talking to a lady at Neiman Marcus in Los Angeles the other day. I'm like, how long are you going to do this? You're great at what you do. But how long are you going to do this before you become the next version of yourself? I've sold clothes, I've sold shoes, I've sold fish, I've worked in a refinery. I used to put roofs on houses in the summertime. I was a bad student. I sold cars. What else have I sold, Jared?
Let's see, shoes, fish, cars.
Refinery, worked on a boat. carpenter.
Slang some drugs.
No, I didn't do that. But I used a lot of drugs, and I'm not proud of it, okay? Anyway, I did all that stuff in order to figure out what I'm going to do. But these were all earlier versions of myself running around. Johnny, do you have the evolution of the entrepreneur?
Working on it right now.
Yeah, thank you. And for all you guys came here today because you want to make more money, okay? In fact, I'll tell you what, do this in the chat. Put in the chat where you live and what you came to get today. What is it you came to get? Put in the chat where you're from and what you came to get today. Okay, let's see. We got somebody saying no sound, no video. Okay, that's probably.
Yeah, you just got to refresh your feed if you're having any issues.
Okay, Scotland, I came to get freedom. St. Petersburg. Well, what did you come for? Pakistan.
Augusta, Georgia, how to create wealth. Colorado Springs, came to get hope. Tennessee, how to close more deals for my company.
You do one. Okay, New Zealand, how to grow my business.
New York, I came to grow as a businessman.
North Carolina, to get knowledge.
Wyoming, for inspiration.
Marketing strategies from DC.
North Carolina, for mentorship.
Queensland, direction.
Fayetteville, Arkansas, better understanding of your program.
There's a lot of people from outside the country. Paraguay, Bogota, Los Angeles, grow my audience.
Let's see here. Miami, sales and knowledge.
Okay. Frank from Cameroon. I want everybody to know what you're here for, though. What is it you're coming here for? What do you want to get away today? How to sell and market.
Naples, how to get the step-by-step to 10x my life.
Okay, El Paso, man, all these, we've got thousands of comments right now.
Oh, Valencia, Spain, beautiful there. Strategies to promote and sell more.
Yeah, I came to get Grant Cardone on one of the Cardones today.
Huh.
Eric, with a bunch of hearts.
New Jersey, cash from business.
Lebanon, came to learn how to start an outbound call center, I guess.
Massachusetts, came for a good old GC ass kicking.
Yeah, that's what I do, bruh, okay? Motivational for you from Texas. He came to learn how to sell high-ticket sales. Okay, great. So look, we're gonna cover all those things that you guys are asking about. It starts the same for everybody. Johnny, that's working with me today in production for this, is going to share with you an evolution of the wealth evolution, okay? Because what we're going to talk about today, okay, and I got a great surprise for you guys. I'm not going to just do this today with you. If you guys want to join me, grantcardone.com/2025. I'm going to do 90 minutes today. I'm going to do 2 days next weekend, and then for the 3 weeks after that, I'm going to go hard on a vertical. In preparation, I'm going to do 3 of those. I'll give them to you, by the way. grantcardone.com/2025. The website's grantcardone.com/2025. And we'll go deep beyond these 90 minutes to share with you exactly what you need to be working on for the next 5 weeks. At the end of those 5 weeks, we're going to celebrate you at the 10X Growth Conference. Can you show them the stadium filled up, or do you have that video, or that look of the video of the Mandalay Bay event? I'm doing our last 10X Growth Conference, and I want to invite you to be our guests there. What week is that? March 19th, 20th, and 21st. This is going to be an epic historical event. We will never do one of these again. And I'm going to invite you to celebrate your 5-week journey. We're going to do 5 weeks, the next 5 weeks. I'm going to get you in a situation, you, your company, your idea, whatever you're manifesting right now in your head. Okay? Is that going to play at some point? We're going to get, this thing is going to be massive. This is an event we do every year. I want you to be my guest only if you go on this with me in Vegas, by the way, in Vegas, as an executive VIP guest, okay, which includes an unbelievable party registration night. Yeah, that's fine. Johnny, I wanted to see the stadium more than anything. Okay, people from all over the world, by the way, we did an event, there was people from 40 countries who traveled in to do this event. And yeah, there, that's the look I wanted right there. That's where you're gonna be in, okay? I'll show you your seating here in a second. Anyway, what I want to do is I want to talk to you today about this, okay, your money. I want to get your money right, and then we're going to move to sales. Now, I'm going to do all this in 90 minutes today, but for those of you who want to go on this journey, this 5-week journey that is going to be consummated in Las Vegas at our growth conference, our final growth conference, we're going to spend the next 5 weeks laying this out. For those of you that are super flashy, like what you have instant recall, what's it called? Photographic memory.
Yeah.
I know Jared's got a photographic memory. Jared remembers everything exactly the way it was said from me to him.
It's a gift from God.
Okay. And he is one of those people that he can hear anything. In fact, he can be walking through a room and pick up 6 conversations and know exactly when it was. He records everything.
I'm so good, I know what he's going to say before he says it.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Jared's a very rare person in the universe.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
Me,
Thank you.
I need to slow it down, look at it, dig into it, use it, come back, ask questions. For me, it takes like 5 weeks to get something, and it takes time in between, okay? So this is what I'm going to do. Today's the what? What's the date today?
Saturday the 15th.
Today's the 15th, okay? Today's the 15th. We're in February, okay? 22nd. What is that? 29th. This is going to be like
22nd, yeah, 22nd and 23rd.
8th, 15th.
Then the first, the 8th, and the 15th.
Yeah, the first.
Yeah.
The 1st, the 8th, the 15th, and then the event, the big Mac Daddy event. This is where we're going to all celebrate together, by the way, okay? Now, today I'm going to set you up, set your head up for what needs to happen, right? A lot of you came in and you said, hey, I want to make more money. I want marketing. I need sales. I need to learn how to scale. Let's say we're going to go from a $0 to $1 million. Everything starts with a target. If you've ever heard me do anything, they're like, hey, what's the most important thing in business and success? It is always the target. Where am I going? What am I trying to achieve? What is it I'm trying to get to? In fact, we created this little wheel that you can see. The target is at the top. Sales is not here. Marketing is not here. Hiring people is not here. The business plan is not here. What am I going to do is not here. Okay? The target, where am I going to go? Okay? Not what am I going to do. See, this is the problem with our education system today. Your kids are being taught how to be a school teacher or how to be a math person. What would a kid go to school to learn how to do? Be an engineer.
A pharmacist.
Coding, a pharmacist.
A dentist, a doctor.
They even take tests.
Lawyer.
You guys even buy tests. You spend $1,500 on a test to find out what your kid would be good at. Bro, what do you care what your kid's good at? Okay? Where does your kid want to go in life? Okay? Okay? What is it? Where does he want to end up? I know a lot of you ended up studying for a job that by the time you got out of school, you owed money to learn this job, only to find out that job didn't even exist anymore, wasn't even desirable anymore.
Or the job would never actually get you to the target that you have for income.
Yeah, exactly. Look how many doctors in 1950 wanted to be a doctor because that was the way to have financial freedom. In 2025, if you want financial freedom, the last thing you'd want to do is be a doctor. You just would not do it. And for all of you say, oh, you should go to college if you want to be a doctor or a lawyer. It used to be that lawyers made a lot of money. Now, lawyers are not the big hitters, okay? They could be, but in most cases, they're not. Most doctors and lawyers want to be me. I work for myself. I do whatever I want to do. I make a lot of money, most of which I can make anywhere in the world. I can make it in Malibu. I can make it right here in Miami. I could go to Morocco. I can make it online with my computer, and I can show you guys how to do this on your terms. Today, unlike 50 years ago, or even 25 years ago, or even 5 years ago, okay? Today, you don't even have to manufacture the product, build the product, or own the product. You can actually make millions of dollars with other people's products, okay? So now watch what I'm gonna do. I have to have my target. The target should always be financial. Now I'm gonna give you a lot of data today, folks. I'm gonna apologize to you in advance. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be more than most people except for Jared. We call Jared saturation, instant saturation. We call him is around here. If I need something, I say is here. Okay? Instant saturation. He saturates data instantly and duplicates it perfectly. Sometimes we call him is DP. That is instant saturation, duplication perfect.
Yeah.
Okay? All right? So if you ever see him, just call him is DP. He'll know exactly who you're talking to. For me, I need a little time and work. I got to work at it, okay? I have to have a target. Now, I didn't have a target when I went to college at 18, 19 years old. My target was to get, well, I did have a target to get educated, and I got educated. Only to find out by the time I got out of school, I owed money to find out I was educated and still didn't know where I was going. Today, I want you guys to set this target, $1 million. I'm going to have $1 million target. Everything starts with a target. And at which point, you will figure out, okay, now that I have my target, you don't go to what you need to do. You go to where you need to get attention. Okay? This is where you start marketing. Now, next week, not next week, but the following week, I'm going to be spending a couple of, next week, 2 days.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend 3 hours on just this topic. I only spend 90 minutes with you today because I don't want to tie your whole day up. But I'm going to be talking about marketing, how to market yourself, not your product. I'm not talking about advertising and marketing. I'm talking about audience building. How do you build an audience to talk to about anything? Okay? Now, in getting attention, let's say the dot is your product. You still need other things to talk about other than the dot in order to build an audience, okay? Because if all you talk about is the dot, your audience is going to tune you out or they're going to put you in a niche. They're going to label you in a niche, and you'll only get a conversation for that. So if you notice me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, I'm talking about a lot of different things. Many of these things, these X's, don't actually hit anything. But they build an audience to create a lead, which is my third step. First, I got to have a financial target. This is where a lot of online coaches, speakers, and e-commerce people and influencers miss it. Look, I know people that have 10 times, I have about 20 million people follow me online. I know people that have 200 million people online that make a fraction of what I make. And when they make money, they're only going to make it for 3 or 4 years. I've been making money like this for, online 15 years, and before that for 35 years. So this financial target, where you go, hey, I want to make $10,000. Well, you're going to accomplish that. You're going to accomplish that so fast, it's going to be unbelievable. And the problem with that is you're going to go get 10,000, whether it takes 30 minutes or 30 days, okay? Whether it takes 30 minutes or 30 days or 3 months to make 10,000, it's the same 10,000. Everybody agree? What I'm going to show you how to do is compress time and make it instant, as fast as you possibly can, without having a product would be the perfect thing. The perfect thing would be, how do I get somebody to give me $10,000? Literally, give me $10,000, and I don't give them a product. Now, you can only do that a couple of times, okay? Because you do want to exchange something. A better thing would be, how do I reach out, get somebody's attention, they want to fund some activity that I'm doing, and then they want to do it again and again and again and again and again. See, if you want that kind of thing, okay, how many of you like to have that kind of thing? I reach out, get an audience, they give me money, touch the audience again, they give me more money, and they keep doing that. That would be the perfect thing over and over again. You're like, that's impossible. And I'm seeing comments about no video, guys, so if they need to refresh, or is there something we can do to tell people? If I could repeat that activity over and over and over again, and you guys are like, nobody does that. Well, nobody can do that. What are you talking about? Banks do this every day. Every day. What's some other examples of people, Jared, some things you pay for? You never use them, you pay for them, and you pay for them over and over and over and over again.
Gym memberships. Whoop memberships.
Whoop?
Yeah, the little wristband that tells you how well you sleep.
Okay.
Pay for it, don't use it.
Probably most of the apps you download. Mm-hmm. Okay. What else? What else does somebody, bank, you put money in a bank. You actually take your money and put it in the bank. The IRS, you give them money every week. Every 2 weeks you give them money and get nothing for it.
Car insurance, that was a good one.
Car insurance, house insurance. You're like, wait a minute, what are you talking to me about? Well, first of all, let's talk about what I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about what you're doing. See, you guys all start with what you do. This is why so many people on planet Earth don't have any money. They figure out what to do, what you're good at. You even hear this all the time. You need to find out what you're passionate about. What do you love to do? What's your purpose? And you're broke. When you're broke, you should be looking at your money, not looking at your path. When you're truly broke, you don't care where the money comes from. Everybody agree? Right? So in society, you have, Johnny, see if you can pull up the wealth triangle. Remember the wealth triangle out of the personal finance course?
Yes,
we should
sir.
give that to everybody today. I'm going to do that. It's out of this money and finance course. I'm going to figure out how to get everybody that joins me today for this 5-week training, this 5-week journey that we're going to go on, 5 weeks, from 0 to $1 million in 5 weeks. Imagine that, okay? Even get anywhere in the neighborhood, that'd be cool. You guys got to get on this money and finance course because finance is like a pyramid, okay? And the lower you are on the pyramid, the less money, the less wealth, and the less freedom you have, okay? These people right here, this is 1% of the population. This is where everybody should be striving to get to. This is real wealth is the smallest triangle. This is the masses of people right down here. Masses, okay, of people are misinformed. Tiny few people have all the right information about money, finance, vehicles, investing, wealth creation, success, repetition, scaling. These people do the least amount of work, by the way. They have the most time. They do the least amount of work. They work less. These people do all the work and have no time. These people have all the time.
And no money.
And no money. No money. Everything's
work,
a problem.
no time, no money.
Okay? Then there's the masses. Then there's the middle class, the lower middle class, getting crushed, by the way. Okay? The lower middle class, the middle class, this is the middle class. They just call themselves that. These are actually poor people right here that are glad they're not these people. Okay, these are the poor. All right, let's just put them in here. This is the bottom of the rung, okay? And this is rich people. Or they think they're rich.
Yeah.
Until the fires hit Malibu. Now, I've been talking about this for 20 years. I've been confronting people for 20 years, telling people, you guys don't have enough money. You don't have enough investments. You don't have enough money set aside. You don't have enough flows of income. If you don't make 400 grand a year, you should be upset, pissed off, and embarrassed with yourself. I'm telling you, the government's coming after you. Taxes are coming after you. Property taxes, inflation, it's coming after you. I don't know why people hate on me for telling the truth. I'm telling you the truth. They're coming to get you. There's people in Malibu. This entire group of people right here are at risk. This is the only people that have time and money. The only people that have time, money, security, they're not worried, they're out on a yacht somewhere, they're playing tennis this morning. It's the ultra wealthy, folks, and they know something. The celebrity's right here. Okay, somebody said, where's the celebrity? Where's the doctor? Right here. Okay, where's the lawyer? Right here. Right? I negotiated a deal for a lawyer 3 weeks ago. I got him more money than he could get out of the deal. Literally, the lawyer told the other lawyer, he got you more money than I could have got, 4 times more money than he would have got, and he's the guy that's supposed to negotiate, okay? Where's the e-commerce guy? Probably right here or here. The coach, right here. Where's the speaker? Speakers are right here. I know speakers are down here broke. I know one of the greatest speakers that ever lived, one of the greatest orators that never banked any money. So there's a guy, Rick, what's that guy's name? He's Robert Reich. Been on TV. He worked for the Clintons. He's broke. A little short dude. He's like 4'11". Robert Reich, R-E-I-C-H. Next to power his whole life. His entire life, okay? Yeah, this is your triangle right here. Legacy, wealth, abundance, affluence, prosperity, scarcity, income, indebted. That's not ours. Johnny just threw up something from somebody else. Okay? All right.
Says Cardone University at the bottom.
Say again?
It says Grant Cardone Training Technologies at the bottom of it.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, no, but it's true, right? You want to be in those top 3 bands. That top 3 bands probably represents 1%. The 99% are squashed into the bottom of this rung, describing themselves See, these people right here, they're describing themselves. No, I'm not poor anymore. No, I make 50 grand a year. No, I'm not middle class anymore. I make $250,000 a year. No, I'm rich. I have a house in the Palisades. That's what they were saying 4 weeks ago. Now they're like, no, I'm not rich. I don't have a house in the Palisades. I owed $11 million on it. I only had $3 million for the insurance. I'm going to go bankrupt and go back to being poor. You understand? This is happening every day all around the world, and it can happen to you guys. So what we got to do is you guys got to make a commitment. Who's committed to getting in that top 1%? There you go. That's what I want. Who's committed to getting into the red? Probably should be green or purple at the top. Purple is royalty, by the way. Okay. All right, so who's committed to getting in the top? Let me see if you're committed, like, dude, I'm going to do whatever it takes in 2025. Just put this down, committed 2025. If you're committed, put in committed 2025.
2025, time to thrive.
Mm-hmm. Good. By the way, black, brown, white, male, female, young, old, all can get in that top 1%. But you can't get in it if the first thing you do is you're like, I'm going to go get leads. Okay, but you don't even have any attention. How can you get a lead if you don't have attention? Now, by the way, how are you going to get attention if you don't have a target? You don't even know what your target is. Let's say the target is $1. How much attention do you need to get? Hey, can somebody give me $1? Boom, guy gives me $1, I achieve my target. Now what do I got to do? I got to do it again, right? See, because you set your target so low, you achieved it quickly, only to find out you got to do it again. That's not what you wanted to do. Do you want to do it a second time and a third time and a fourth time? No, you could have easily asked for $1 million. So now, hey, who can help me with $1 million? Okay, attention, I'm getting attention for it. Now we got to teach you how to get attention, how to build an audience, how to extrovert yourself, how to ask for it, what to look like. The money's out there, okay? Help me out if you're here in the room. There's 15,000 people registered for this. Almost 7,000 are online right now with me right now. Congratulations, thank you for being here, and thank you for being here for you and your family, okay? How many of you believe there's $1 million on planet Earth that that God would like you to have? There's $1 million. There's $500 trillion on planet Earth. So they're between property, stocks, opportunities. 500, let me just see if I can even write this number down. Just because this is going to be good for you guys to start thinking about scarcity versus prosperity. Is that enough? Let me see it. Millions, billions, yeah. That's 500 trillion. If I take $1 million out of this for you, I carve it out for everybody in the room. 1 million. There's 6,200 people here right now. That's 36. I can take $6.2 billion out of this. Everybody in the room would have it. Everybody in the room would have $1 million, and you would still have
99 trillion. 993. Okay, everybody here, so for you guys that are like, there's not enough money on the planet, if I gave everybody that's watching this right now $1 million, and I take 100 million for myself, okay, because why not? Okay, why not? There's 100. I'm going to take 100, because I look for the 100, I'm going to see the 100. You looked for $1 million, and you found the million. You see what I'm saying? I want to start with the target. Get it? Target, now I get attention for that target. Hey, I want to wash your car. I'm getting attention to wash your car, which means I'm going to get $12 or 15 or 20 or 100. You get it? Then I'm going to get a lead, hopefully. Okay, these people that work the corners, you know the problem with those kids? Even a good hustler never gets a lead. So the kid hustles me, I give him $100
for his school program, which is probably not a school program, but whatever, I ain't hating, okay? I give him his 100, he's happy about it, but he doesn't know who I am, so he never captured a lead, which means he can't manage the future. This is called lead management. This is a structure, the 7 things that every $1 million, $10 million, $100 million, and every billionaire knows. This is the progress that we then make a sale. This is where we're going to start managing money now. We start managing our money now, managing our resources, managing our people. It's all the same thing, by the way. Okay, management of sales, management of activities. Now, I'm going to give our money and finance course to whoever knows the answer. Who is the easiest person in your ecosystem to sell? Who is the easiest person in your ecosystem to sell? Don't have the right answer yet. GC, the boss.
Coach
Yourself?
Sheena says yourself.
No.
Families, Josh.
No, not yourself, not your family.
Current client.
Okay, not current client. You're close, but not there. No, not. Who's the lowest hanging fruit?
The people you know, Richard.
Okay, here's the right answer to that question. And if you wrote the right answer and I didn't see it, I'm sorry, you're sorry. You didn't get my attention. What can I tell you? Money follows attention, folks. No, the easiest person to sell is the person you just sold. The easiest person to sell is the person you just sold. The person that just gave you money. The second sale is the easiest money you can get in your lifetime. Okay? In fact, many of you came here today and you actually called our company, and after I gave you this, I made a sale, by the way. Even though it was free, does not mean a sale was not made. It means I attained a lead, a contact. See, this is what happens, okay? This is what we do here. If you've ever seen one of my trainings, how many people registered, Jared?
Almost 16,000.
16,000 registered. How many are here right now?
About 7,000.
Okay, 7,000 people are here right now. 9,000 people. I have names, emails, contacts of 9,000 people that we will sell this product to. Now, I gave this for free to you so that I could sell it to them. You get it? Okay, so what we do is we take a lead. I got attention. We had a target. I got attention. I create a lead. I manage this activity, the 16,000. I manage the 16,000. I provide value to the 7,000, and I sell to the 9,000 that didn't show. They're going to be like, man, I didn't show up for that thing yesterday. You missed it, and let's say I only sell 10% of these people. 10% of 9,000 is 900 people that are going to pay $3,000, okay, for a course, and this is going to be the opening of the course that they missed. And I'm even going to tell them this part right here, that they were the initial and original target to accomplish our target, okay? So I have a financial target, and I need a person to fulfill the lead when managed correctly in the system, in our basically our sales and scaling system. The sales and scaling system is what turns every lead into a buyer. And every lead, if you're taking notes, you guys should be taking notes right now, every lead is a buyer, right? Now, what you have to do is you have to have, when you're getting attention for this person right here, you need to have these people on a schedule, on a path, okay? You're taking this guy, you got this guy's attention. He's listening to you. He is now a lead, okay? You need the lead. The lead has to have some place to go. You got to give your lead. It doesn't matter what business you're in. You're doing dry cleaning, HVAC, you're doing solar, you're doing teeth removals, new teeth, teeth cleaning, brighten teeth, white teeth, straight teeth, braces, okay? You're doing chiropractic, you're doing rubs, whatever it is you do. You got a casino, you got a bar, you got a club, you got a restaurant, you're whatever, it doesn't matter, man, okay? You're selling apparel, okay? You create attention, now you got to get this lead to do something. Go to my site. Then once they go to the site, what do you want them to do now? How do you keep their attention? This second step, by the way, is a marketing step. How do I get somebody's attention and then keep it? Now, this is what I'm going to offer you guys. I'm going to show you a practical. We're practitioners here. I'm a practitioner. I actually take what we do, it works, and we share it with the audience. We actually bring people into our company and say, look at our programs and how they work. Our marketing program, we actually open our book of marketing to you and show you what ads work and what ads don't. What words, what colors, what text works, what gimmicks work, we actually show it to you. So I'm going to give you an example of today, okay? You came here today, today's the 15th, right? You came here, I have to keep your attention the entire time you're here. You understand? I have to keep your attention. If I lose your attention, attention is like money. If you're taking notes, money and attention are almost identical. Money and attention are identical. Okay? Money and attention require, number one, money and attention require I get it. I don't have to like, people have attention for something. Nobody is short on attention. There's no attention deficit. Okay? There is attention all the time. Now, how do I get your attention? Your kid does not have an attention problem. He is paying attention. Okay? He's paying attention to his game. He's paying attention to the show. He's paying attention to Instagram. He's paying attention to me. Your kids probably know more about me if you're an adult, 40, 50 years old. I was at our club last night, 2 miles from here, called Shell Bay. Mm-hmm. Okay? The adults there are all my age. None of them really know me. All their kids know me because I got their kids' attention. And what did I deliver to the kids? What I'm doing to you, money and attention. I'm basically showing you the hacks. I built a business out of providing people with what we do that works that would help you and your family. So watch. I get your attention and then I have to keep the attention. So what do? Oh, I put together a product, a service where I can deliver something to you. What's next week, Jared?
Next week is the 22nd and 23rd.
See, I can only get your attention so much today because you only have 90 minutes. So the next 90 minutes, I'm going to give you as much as I can, and then I'm going to be like, hey, next weekend, Saturday and Sunday, if you guys want to come back, I'm going to do 4 hours on marketing, sales, and marketing, just sales and marketing, right? For those of you who can't be there, I'm going to give you the recording, okay? But I'd like you to come and see it firsthand and keep the recording so you can listen to it a second time. In between what I'm going to do, because this is a lot of time right here. You see this gap right here? I get your attention today. See this gap, 6 days? Bro, I'm losing you. I'm losing you, sister. I'm going to lose you for 7 days. You're gone. I got to get it. Money and attention. I got to get it. Second thing I have to do is keep it. Okay? Money and attention go like this. 3 things they have in common. 1, I got to get it. 2, I got to keep it. And 3, I got to scale it. Okay, I got to expand it. I'm going to show you some bubbles here in a second. Johnny's going to have ready for me. I'm going to ask him to pull them up when I do. I'm going to show you how I took one business, turned it into a second business, turned it into 3 businesses, 4 businesses, 5 businesses. Well, there's the bubbles. All this started from no money, no financing, just an idea. And we turned this into the largest business conference in the world. The largest, okay? We're going to have 10,000 people are going to drop into MGM Grand in Las Vegas on the March 19th, 20th, and 21st. This will be the last 10X growth conference I ever hold. And I want you guys to be there. I want you to be there to celebrate these 5 weeks that you go on this journey with me, okay? I'm going to teach you how to get attention, keep attention, and scale it. I'm showing you practically how I'm doing it right now, okay? Today you're a lead. You came in. You're interested in something. You and I have a lot in common right now, by the way, because we're both interested in money, marketing, sales, scaling, taking care of our family. You probably want money for different reasons than I wanted. I remember when I was broke and I wanted money just because I wanted to take care of my mom. And then once I took care of my mom, then I'm like, okay, I want some money to take care of myself. And then once I had money for myself and my mom, I'm like, okay, now I want some money because I want a new car. And once I had money for a new car and maybe a house and took care of my mom, then I'm like, okay, I want to start a business now. I want my own freedom. And then when I had a little bit of freedom and my own money and for my mom and myself and my house and my car, then I'm like, okay, I want money to make a difference. Okay, I don't know why you want money. Maybe you're broke right now and you're like, dude, I got to change my life. It sucks. Maybe you're a millionaire right now. You're like, bro, I'm basically, my life sucks, because you're looking at other people around you that they're giving $1 million to charity and you're bragging about having $1 million. See the difference? Okay, maybe you gave $1 million to charity and you're like, why didn't I give 10? Or you ran into somebody that bought the whole hospital and they had a hospital named after them. Okay, what is the reason? Okay, what is the reason for these people that came here today? How do I keep your attention? I get your attention here. Now I got to keep your attention for 7 days and not be with you. And that's why I'm going to give you this money and finance course. It takes you 7 days to get through this. All you got to do is give me 1 hour a day. It's a 7-hour course, 1 hour. I promise you it's a game changer. Your family, your mom, your dad, your uncle, your aunt, your staff, your salespeople. Listen to this program with them. I'll download the program to you so you can take advantage of this. Everybody that wants to do this 5-week journey with me, I'll give you this today. GrantCardone.com/2025. GrantCardone.com/2025, and you'll start on this. Now, you don't have to do this. I'm just telling you what we do to keep somebody's attention. Okay? I get it today. I provide you with value today. Once you get attention, you have to provide value. You need to be a master at providing value. Okay? Like right now, just the first 42 minutes. And then I want to bring up some of our friends.
Okay.
First 42 minutes. I want you guys to write down on what value have you received in the first 43 minutes. By the way, I'm not even close to being through what I came here to share with you. Just right now, like this is in the first 43 minutes, when the chats went down. What value? One thing. I just need one thing. What's one thing that you've gotten out of this already that you're like, ooh, what was I doing? Okay.
Great value, says Enoch.
Okay, Brian said he's got no value already. Okay, bro. JB, nothing. Okay, all right. Okay, so I'm with you, bro. But like, that's because I fully haven't gotten your attention. Attention is money. There's hope. Scale from 1 to 10. Okay, where would you put the value you've received? Target first. Inspiration.
You find your financial target. How to
get leads. Gary, not much. See. Okay. So what do you mean? So I can't please everybody. You guys understand? Neither can you, by the way. But the fact that I got somebody to say not much, none, and 0 is I have your attention. So you're like, oh my God, you're getting bad feedback. No, actually, I'm getting his attention. I got to get it, I got to keep it, and then I have to multiply it. I have to multiply the attention. Let's pretend for a second you're in your business. Whatever your business is. Could be car washes. It could be bottling cans. It could be begging on a street corner. I got to get the guy to stop his car. I have to keep his attention. He does not want to pay attention to me. He is being forced to give me attention because I walk up to his car and I'm like, hey man, free food, can you help me? Blah, or I'm gonna wash his windshield or something. How do I get it, keep it, and then how do I get him to want other people to help me? Okay? So you got to change your process, somebody said. Start with a larger goal, somebody said. Excellent. 10x.
Current client is easiest sale.
Current client is the easiest sale. The person you already sold. Baiting my audiences, okay? I'm a new realtor. How do I get leads? Keeping the leads' attention. Good. So there's a lot of value. Now, I want you guys to rate it right now on a scale from 1 to 10. This is 42 minutes. Imagine imagine today. What is this? What is that next week, Jared? Today's the
22nd.
22nd, 23rd. Okay, I got 7 days. I got a gap right here. Okay, we got gap, another gap. This is going to be the first gap, 8th gap, 15th gap. I think I did that right. Maybe not. Yeah, I think I did it right.
Yeah.
Okay, so watch.
I'm trying to get your attention. Your name's Dan or Daniela. And I got your attention today. I got you right here, and I get feedback from you as we do this, okay? Now, I have to keep your attention here, so what do? I give you something, okay? I give you the money and finance course and say, okay, bro, you hadn't heard anything in the last 90 minutes or 42 minutes? Good. Grab the course. I'm going to keep your attention for the next 90 days. It costs you nothing, by the way. Do you know that 83% of the people that I give this to may not even finish the program? Why would somebody write a book, do an audio program, go on a webinar, go on News Tonight? You get attention doesn't mean you keep it. So you have to figure out. I'm showing you practically. You got to figure out. On this date, we're going to do a 3-hour event. On this date, we're going to do a 3-hour event. On this date, I'm going to do a 1 hour, a 1 hour, and a 1 hour event. And then on the 21st, 19th through the 21st, I'm going to do the largest business conference on the planet and have you for 3 days. Okay, watch this. Today, 90 minutes. Next, all week, 7 hours. Then I'm going to have 3 hours, 3 hours, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, a coach in between, and then 3 days with you where your full attention is going to be on super massive levels of success at the top of the food chain. This is a $10 million event. I spent $10 million on this event, and I want you to come as an executive VIP. Johnny, can you show the seating in the room? And then I want to bring up Mo.
Working on it right now.
That's all right. I don't need that, actually, Johnny. I don't need that, okay? But look, you got it. Yeah, see that? See that right there? Those green seats up there. Do you have more titles? Is that the only title?
That's the only title we have right now, but
okay. Thank you. Okay. Take it down, and then remember our wheel here that I was saying. Okay, I have to duplicate this. I have to have a target. Okay, let's say your target is I want to add 100 units of multifamily real estate. I want to buy 100 units, 10 units, whatever it is. Or I want to start a dental practice, or I want to start my own company this year, or I want to quit being a waitress and I want to do X. Okay, good. But this needs to be money. This needs to be a financial target. I'm a waitress. I want to leave this job because I hate the guy I work for. Okay? Now I want to do what? No, not what. You want to go where? I don't mean a location in the universe. I mean a target. I want to earn 100 grand a year. Okay? Or I want to buy 100 units. I need to raise $25 million. It's all the same, folks. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter whether it's a $25 million target or a $100,000 target. You need to make sure the target itself is a financial target. Then we get attention for it. From who? Well, if it's 100,000, that's different than if it's $10. If you're looking for $10, that's a different audience than if you're looking for 100. Different audience if you're looking for 25 million. Okay, Johnny, I want you to bring up the graphs, and then I'm gonna bring Mo up. Bring up the graphs, the money and marketing, the red and the green graph.
Got it.
Okay, this is a graph. You might have seen me if you've ever seen any of the stuff I've done on YouTube. Interest over time. This is 2008. I had basically that's 0 down there. It's like a 1. On a scale to 100, I had almost no attention for my name or brand. Nobody knew me. If nobody knows you, nobody can flow you. Okay, nobody can flow you, go with you, help you, do you. Nothing can happen, man. Okay, or let's say a bunch of people know you and they're all broke. You want to write this down, okay? Your money is limited to your network, okay? Your net worth is connected to your network. I can probably figure out what you're worth by just knowing what the 5 people that you spend the most time with are worth. If you're a single mom, back to me, Johnny. If you're a single mom and you're stay-at-home single mom and your 2 kids are 6 and 4 and they're broke, that means 2 of your 5, 40% of your network is broke. So they're dragging you down. Actually, you're feeding them. Okay, now you better make sure these other 3 people in your network, you're one person and there's 5 more
Okay, 2 of them are broke. They're kids. I mean, they offer you, they give you a lot of happiness, but the rest is all you funding them. You were funding you having trouble. Now you're funding 2 others. You better be sure these other 3 pull those numbers way up. I got 2 girlfriends. They got the same problems I got, and my dad. Your dad cannot outweigh all this weight. You understand? Your network needs to look like Grant Cardone, 25 years old. I'm broke. I don't have any money. But man, I had a heart, I had desire that was so big. I never, ever told anybody I didn't get value from something. At 25 years old, I found value everywhere I went. Every single place I went, I was looking for a jewel. First thing I did was I got rid of everybody that was worth 0, I got rid of in my life. If they were worth what I was worth, I X'd them out of my life, okay? I basically went from friends to no friends. And I found out that I actually enriched myself by getting rid of people that I thought were friends that weren't. They were just reflections of me, okay? And then I started looking for targets. I started looking for other targets, okay? I'm gonna go work for somebody that has money. I went and found a car dealer. Car dealers have money. I went and worked for him and learned from him, okay? He was worth $1 million. I was worth nothing. Did that not pull my net worth up? My net worth immediately came up. My net worth, because my network had changed. The first thing was to get rid of the deadbeats. The second thing was to add people. Then I found the top salesman in the store, okay? Then I found customers that could actually buy cars from me. By the way, every customer I added was worth more than I was because I could not buy a car, right? Then I added a doctor that used to be my dad's friend, and I added him as a mentor. Then I got another mentor over here to help me on finance. He used to be he was a accounting teacher, and he owned real estate. So I added a real estate mentor. I added kind of a dad, doctor, because I didn't have a dad. So I had, boom, the real estate mentor, he's worth a couple, $3 or $4 million. The doctor was worth $3 or $4 million. My customers, I don't know, they were all worth different. Some of them had trouble buying a car, and some of them could buy a car, but they were all worth more than me. I got rid of all the deadbeats. I've never told this story before. I had this car dealer right here. I suck value out of all these people, okay? I trade, like when I'm with the doctor, I'm helping him. What can I get you? Can I mow your grass? Can I get you a cup of coffee? Whatever I could do to trade value with him. Same thing with the real estate mentor guy, okay? Anything I could give him value, help with his family, help with his house, do anything. I'm adding value to my customers. Guess what? In 1 year, my net worth goes from 0 to $103,000. This is 25 years ago. I've never told this story before. In 1 year, 25 years old, I go from being worth 0 to $100,000. This is 1985? That's a lot of money, man. When you go from 0 to 100 in that period of time, in 12 months, your life's changed. Why? What did I do? I changed my network, okay? Is Mo in? Is Mo here?
Yes, sir.
Bring Mo up, because I met Mo. This is a networking event. Mo, how you doing, brother?
Doing great, man. Great to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. Where are you today?
I'm in Tupelo, Mississippi.
What are you doing in Tupelo, man?
You know Justin Brock, right? Justin Brock from Medicare.
Yeah. I know Justin.
Yeah. We partnered up with him, and he's located in Tupelo, so we wanted to be around proximity, just like you say, network. So we just launched in Medicare, and our office is 2 minutes from him as we launched the company in our first 3 months.
Fantastic. So Mo, I met you, 5 years ago, 6 years ago?
We first met in 2018.
Okay, so what is that?
7 years.
7 years ago. Yeah. Where do we meet? So the audience, and how old are you today? How old are you now?
I'm 30.
Okay, so you were 23 when I met you. I was, I guess, 59. I put on a big event, if I'm not wrong. Where was the event?
Miami.
Okay, it was a tennis.
Marlins.
Huh?
Marlins.
Yeah, just tell the audience what you saw there, and how you and I met.
Yeah, so the Miami event, the Marlins Stadium, was incredible, and what we saw was the biggest thing was belief. right? Like we saw what was possible. We saw how big people could become. We saw that if another human is capable of achieving such great things, not only yourself, but all of the guests that you brought on and interviewed that talked about their stories, when you see that other people have the ability to do something, you start to get inspiration in yourself that you can have that too. And if you don't have that belief or inspiration in yourself, there's no way that you can actually follow through with something if it's not in your reality.
And Mo, you were making how much money back then?
Oh, like a couple 100,000 a year, probably
Yeah.
200K.
So you were doing well.
Yeah.
Okay. And then that was 2019.
19.
Yeah.
Okay. What have you done? What are you doing now?
So in 2020, I bumped up to 2.1 mil and continued to attend Growth Conference. Next year did 13.7 mil. And then at the end of that year, I ended up selling the company to private equity.
And how'd that turn out?
It turned out really good. It's very profitable and
Yeah.
very healthy.
And then,
Changed my life.
yeah, how much have you learned about sales? First of all, let's go back to the target. How important is the target that I'm talking about? The realignment of things, not being the target later, the target first. Ben, do you?
Yeah, I mean, like, for sure, it's the most important thing because if you don't know what you're shooting for, you're always gonna miss.
Yeah.
Like if I told you, hey, go drive to Seattle, and you couldn't create like a roadmap, you're gonna end up getting lost, or it's gonna take you 5, 6, 7, 8x the time to actually do it. So knowing what you aim for allows you to say no to the things that actually distract you from getting there.
Yeah, and your Seattle analysis is really good because even if you know you're going to Seattle, unfortunately, most people don't even know they want to go to Seattle. Even if you know you're going to Seattle, because you hadn't been to Seattle, you're going to slow down on your way to Seattle because you're not sure. No matter how much data you have, by the way, folks, you could have the Google Maps, you could have it on, what's that other app?
Waze.
Waze. My wife loves Waze. We fight about it all the time.
Thomas Guide.
Thomas Guide. Like I remember when I was growing up, I had a Thomas Guide. We would drive. People are such wimps today. You can't drive and text. We used to drive and read books while we drove. What have you learned about sales from us that has benefited you, Mo?
I mean, look, like I try to go everywhere to find mentors, and the problem was that I got into this like analysis paralysis where so many people were saying so many contradicting things, and so it was probably about 9 years ago where I was like, all right, I'm just going all in on this Grant guy. And at first, actually, I didn't like you. And I didn't like you because you were saying it as it is, and I just didn't want to confront the truth. And so probably I unfollowed you probably a bunch of times, and then I was like, man, like, even though what he's saying, like, I don't like, it's because there was an inadequacy in myself that I needed to get better and I needed to confront. And so I was like, you know what, like, even though it sucks to hear it, like, it's actually right. So I was like, you know, I'm just going to go all in. And everything that I've learned about sales, about communication, about building people, leadership has come from you and your programs. My whole entire team is on your platform, all on Cardone U. Every company I've started or been part of, we brought Cardone U into it. And I brought probably over 60 people at this point to Growth Conference from my company, my employees. And this upcoming conference, we've got 20 tickets for our team to come to, because I can't be the only one elevating. If I'm the only person in my company that's getting better and my people aren't getting better, they're going to drag me down.
Yeah,
and so like all of us have to keep going.
And that networking event, that 3-day 10X Growth Conference event, how vital, how much revenue do you think it's added for you and your you and your business to take those 3 days and be there?
I mean, over this is going to be my 7th one, and it has added all in probably at least another 70 to 80 million dollars between me and different partners, probably between 70 to 80 million dollars.
Dude, that's amazing, bro. Really proud of you, man. Great job, and love the jacket. Is that a seersucker?
Seersucker, yeah.
They say not to wear those on TV, man, but it looks great on camera.
Yeah.
Mo makes everything look good, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Mo, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Now, how many of you watching this right now, like you're like, okay, that's great, man. Mo got it, and Mo's digging it.
But how many of you'd like to be getting the attention Mo just got? Me and Mo met each other because Mo showed up, okay? Is Noella ready?
Yeah.
Noelle, how you doing?
Doing amazing, thank you.
Hey, buddy, you want to tell everybody how we met?
Absolutely. I mean, it took a while before you and I actually met, but I started following you. I went to Marlins. I was in that nosebleed section way at the top, about this big.
Yeah.
Cheapest seat I could possibly get because I was an engineer at the time and wanted to kind of change my outlook on life.
Yeah, those were like $97 or something, $47
They
or
were-
something.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then what are
exactly.
you doing now? What's happened for you? Because I know you've been to like four of our growth conferences.
Absolutely. And would have gone to more. I have 6 kiddos, so, you know, things happen.
Juggling a lot.
But yeah. But what really changed for me was that I got an opportunity, you know, immediately at GrowthCon at the Marlin Stadium. I was like, oh, I am on the wrong side of this equation. I was an engineer building. I actually was employee 10 on Amazon Alexa. So huge opportunity. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm working on the best tech in the world. I went to Microsoft and worked on this best tech. But I realized something you've said to me, which has stuck to me the entire time: known beats best every day. And so I started going, when I went to GrowthCon, I realized I had an opportunity to get known to people, and I got to define who I was. So I went from making about $200K a year that year. The next year I became part of the sales team, a sales engineer. And I closed my first, in the very first quarter, I got a 6-figure commission check, and it was more than I'd never seen a check that big.
Wow.
I was like, this is the game.
Yeah, yeah. And then, so like, how big is a 6-figure check?
Well, at the time it was like literally just barely like $106,000.
Yeah, but that was half, with 4 kids, that was half of
Yeah.
what you used to make in a whole year.
Exactly, in 3 months.
And
And,
you're not-
I loved it.
You're not like you're not a salesperson type.
No, I wasn't. I mean, now I realize everybody is a salesperson type, but at the time,
Yeah.
they were almost the arch nemesises.
Yeah, and what is your business? Yeah, exactly. The engineer and the salespeople never get along. And then what is your business going to do now?
Yeah, so this year, you know, of course, I realized being an employee wasn't 100% where I wanted to be. I was kind of stuck in a little box. So I started my own company a couple years ago. Last year we did 1.2. We're on track to do 3.4 this year.
How many employees?
Well, so I just learned from someone who was at that event, Brandon and Natalie, that I need to add people to my team. I only have 1 employee right now. but we're
Wow,
going
that's
to be-
fantastic. So
Yeah.
you're on track for $3.4 million, only 1 headache, and 4 kids.
Yep, 100%.
All right, so we're going to scale this year. We're going to go, this is my goal for you this year, go from 3.4 to 34 million.
Let's go.
Okay.
I've watched these prophecies before, so I'm all for it.
Maybe we bring these other. Yeah, thank you, Noah. I appreciate you being here.
Of course.
Later.
Nice to be here. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, appreciate you. Okay, so there's a couple people, folks, that have benefited from this wheel that we talk about. Okay, first I got to have a target. Then I have to start getting attention for the target. How do I get attention for my target? Then how do I convert these leads and manage these leads? Okay, are we going to do this now?
No.
Okay, see, to make a sale and then scale that process. How do I scale this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Duplicate that and exit the company if I choose to exit. So, Johnny, can we change the screen? How do I then, provide you with the ability to get attention for your brand and your product, your sales, your marketing, whatever it is you are trying to sell or market? You may not know right now. Okay, this is stuck, I think, guys. This is stuck.
Johnny.
Okay, so I want to give you some data. I'm going to give you some data. This is going to be really fast, but I want to give you as much data as I can today. And for those of you who want to go deep with this next week, We're going to do 2 days next Saturday and Sunday, about 3 hours each day, so it doesn't take up your whole day, on just getting attention, marketing that attention, capturing that lead, and converting that lead. So number one, when it comes to attention, okay, remember that attention and marketing, all you need is your target. You don't need a product yet. I'm not building a product right now. In the beginning, let's say I'm like Noel and I'm gonna leave my engineering job at 200 grand and I'm gonna move into this other idea. I'm gonna go do this gig for myself. The next thing she needs to do is start getting attention, connections, networking. It's why it's so important for you guys to get into groups. Remember, when I went from zero, the first thing I did was go to work for someone that had money. If you watch me in Undercover Billionaire, I went from zero to $5.5 million, $0 to $5.5 million in 88 days, and I did it without using my name. What's the first thing I did? First thing I did was go meet people that had access to a business, a company, employees, payrolls, and they had money. This is where you guys got to find qualified people in your life. Now, that's why we do these events. We do 104 events a year. One of them is this monster event called the 10X Growth Conference. Our next one's March 19th, 20th, and 21st, our last one that we'll ever do. We bring all these super successful people together for 3 days, which becomes your network. We make it very easy for everybody to network together. We've had Floyd Mayweather there, Kevin Hart, Tom Brady, Tyler Perry, Arnold. I have Steve Harvey, John Travolta. Tucker Carlson. I've had presidents there, Dana White. Unbelievable entertainment. Wyclef is going to be there this year. Rick Ross, Fat Joe. This is a phenomenal 3-day event, a celebration of entrepreneurs, business owners, startups, dreamers, people that are committed to their success are at this event, okay? This is our one event during the year where we're celebrating and bringing other super successful people, billionaires, multi-billionaires, people that are worth $20 billion are going to be there on stage with me, giving you their hacks.
50
Go ahead.
state in the U.S. is here. This is not about global warming, it's about the 10X movement.
Grant Cardone is the best. Let nobody fool you.
10X GrowthCon has absolutely been mind-blowing.
No one fills up a stadium with 35,000 people.
In 1 year, we've increased our sales by $250,000.
Look, I want freedom. I want freedom, and what that means for me is I want purpose. 10X is about finding your purpose. What is my purpose? How many of you want to reach the next level?
Yeah, that's the event, okay? Now, in between that event is people meeting. 3 days, that's 3 days of people hanging out together, talking about money, finances, expansion, and scaling. Folks, if you want to get in a new room, a different room, if you want to get a network, you got to get in a right room where people are qualified. If you never make time, you want to write this down. If you never make time, you'll never make money. And if you never make time, you'll never have time. Two biggest excuses people have with success: time and money. I don't have time and I don't have money. I'm a single mom. I got 4 kids. I got 1 leg. I got a bad job. I got too many bills. You don't make time, you don't make money. You don't make time and you don't make money. Listen to me. If you don't make time, you don't make money. And if you don't make time and money, it's because you don't invest time and money. So I'm inviting you guys to come to these 3 days. I'm going to put you in executive VIP. Executive VIP, but most importantly, for the next 5 weeks, I'm going to set you up to celebrate you, okay? Now, here's what I want to do for everybody here. Everybody that's attending today, go back and show that screen. I'm going to get all of you to this event. Everybody that came in today, everybody that's here, you do not need to buy anything to come to this event. General admission, I will give you a free seat. Okay? Who wants a free seat? Who will come to Las Vegas for a free seat? And you just got to get yourself there. See the loads, guys? I said, hey, you don't need to do the loads, and then people do the loads. There was a reason I said not to, but that's fine.
We'll get rid of it right now.
Okay, now watch. That top tier, I'm going to give you access to the general admission with a warning. There's 15,000 people registered for the general admission seat.
4,000 available.
Okay, I only have 4,000. Anyone that decides to take me up on the 5-week journey, the next 5 weeks, this weekend, 2 days next week, and then through the 19th, I am going to automatically guarantee you, upgrade you. Clearly, you can see if I only have 4,000 available to give away, okay, we will give away 4,000 seats, I promise you. Probably going to have 15,000 people show up. Between now and March 19th, I could have 115,000 people register to get these 4,000 seats. It's first come, first serve. My goal is to have 100,000 people not be able to get into MGM Grand, and this is going to be my final, last 10X Growth Conference. And the newspapers and Google is going to go crazy because it's going to be like, Grant Cardone did his last 10X Growth Conference, and hundreds of thousands of people were outside the MGM, could not get in. That's what I'm doing, okay? Why? I'm going to get attention, keep the attention, and then I'm going to blow the attention up. I'll have 10,000 people bitching on the internet because they couldn't get into my oversold event. What great press is that, okay? For those of you who don't want to be left out of this event, I'm going to guarantee you, check it out, I'm going to guarantee you a seat in the room, and I'm going to upgrade you from general admission to the executive VIP section. Okay, the executive VIP section guarantees you access, guarantees you a seat, so while everybody else is waiting in line to get in their GA ticket, you get to walk in as an executive VIP. In addition to that, okay, this is what's really, really important. In addition to that, for the next 5 weeks, show them what our opportunity looks like today. For the next 5 weeks, this is what I'm going to do for you over the next 5 weeks. Okay, next week, starting next week, you're guaranteed access to the 10X Growth Conference. That's a $5,000 seat. I'm going to give it to you. In addition to that, we're going to do our sales, 10X sales and scaling system, Jared, 10X sales and scaling system, interactive 2-day workshop next Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to give that to you. This is online. I'm going to deliver it to you like this. It's going to be 3 to 4 hours next Saturday and Sunday, 3 to 4 hours. And you get the recording of that in case you can't stay for the entire 3 to 4 hours. In addition to that, I'm going to give you, for 3 weeks, we're going to spend 3 weeks on Q&A on the 1st, the 8th, and the 15th of March. I'm going to support you in a free training with myself, my partner, Jared, and a special guest to give you live support over the next 5 weeks. Also, I'm going to give you the money and finance course, and I'm going to give that to you today because I want you to start on this course. It's 3 hours, and you're going to use it over the next 5 days until next weekend, okay? Now, look, I'm giving you all this. When you register, this is like $11,500 of value, and you're going to register today for $997. You're going to put it on your credit card for $997, and check it out. If that's not good enough, that's $15,000 of savings, by the way. Is that right? Or no, it's $11,000 of savings, $10,500 of savings. And when you show up at the growth conference, Johnny, back to me, I'm going to give you, when you show up at the MGM, I am going to give you a $997 credit at my store. Okay, all you got to do is show up in Vegas,
Say, dude, I'm a executive VIP. I've been on Grant's 5-week course. I paid $9.97, and I'm going to give you a credit at my store for $9.97 to use against anything that you want to purchase at our store anytime in the future, anytime. Like, we do all kind of stuff every year. We do a $25,000 yacht trip. We do private coaching here. We do Cardone University with a coach. We have 104 workshops on people, leadership, sales, marketing. We do headquarters. What, Johnny? I can't hear you.
Ooh, we got a money workshop too, the good one.
We got a money workshop here that we do 4 times a year. People's workshop we do in Phoenix. Like, we do all this stuff every year to reach hundreds of thousands of business owners around the world, help them grow and scale their businesses, just like we've scaled ours. We basically give you the inside on the inside, okay? So today is what, February 15th. Okay, let me just show you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you a 3-hour training course starting today on money and finance. Why is that important, okay? Because 67% of Americans are broke. Now, what they're never gonna tell you guys are broke. The mainstream media does not tell you that. They tell you they're just getting by, okay? They're, what is it called? Living paycheck to paycheck. Living paycheck to paycheck is broke. Okay, help me here in the chat if you agree with me. Is living paycheck to paycheck broke? If you're 17 years old, you can come to the 10X Growth Conference. If you're 15 years old, you can come to the 10X Growth Conference. My 13 and my 15-year-old will be there, and probably a dozen of their friends are coming to this conference. Okay? 67% of 335 million people, folks, 0.67 times 335, 225 million people in America are broke, and the politicians and mainstream media will not tell you. Now, they're probably going to tell you that now because Donald Trump's in there. They're going to be like, hey, everybody's broke. Because that's the truth, but they've been broke. The Bushes broke them. Clintons broke them. The Obamas broke them. Joe Biden broke them. And if Donald Trump doesn't freaking flip the entire thing up on its head, you guys are all going to get broke. And this number is going to get bigger, not smaller. Now, this is why our first guest, Mo, said, I didn't like Grant the first time he came on, because I tell you guys the truth. You're either in this broke status, or you're going to go broke in this status, or you're barely above that, and they're going to come rob you. They're going to rob you with inflation. They're going to rob you by printing more money. They're going to rob you with higher taxes. They're going to increase your property taxes. They're going to screw you, folks. And whether you live in Morocco or Michigan, whether you live in California or you live in Morocco somewhere, or you live in Istanbul, dude, they're going to grab your bag if you don't figure out how to get into this top 1%. You got to get in this group of people, black, brown, white, female, whatever you are. Stop the excuses and get in the top 1%. That's my goal for you guys. I'm telling you right now, if you do not feel the threat, the oppression, the suppression, and the money grab. This is on mass numbers of people. 8 billion people are attacked every year. And only the very clever get above and into that 1%. These 1%, they benefit when you suffer. They're benefiting right now with inflation. If you have wealth, you have property, you own things, you have a bunch of money, you benefit from inflation. When you own property, you benefit from that. Okay? When you have a lot of money and property, you know how to beat the tax man. So even when they raise taxes, so that's why this money and finance course is so important. How do you get money? How do you keep the money? How do you start multiplying money? Right? How do I go even for the right targets for money? The average American, 67%, 225 million people know how to pay their bills. And that's all they know how to do. They're not broke, bankrupt. They're like, I'm paying my bills. I pay for my house. I pay for my food. I pay for the kids. I pay for the gas. I pay for the electricity. I have a refrigerator, and that's it. And you look up, 50 years goes by and you still have nothing. Okay, look up what percentage of people have $5,000 in a savings account.
335 million people in America. And I'll bet you 180 million people don't even have $5,000.
29% of Americans have between 500 and 5,000 in savings. Nearly half of Americans have 5,000 or less.
Yeah, there you go. 180 million people in America have less than 5,000. Folks, I could show a blind person with one leg how to get 5,000 before the end of the day. You got to want to. You got to want to, without going to the government, by the way. You don't have to go to the government. You don't have to get on the dole. You don't have to be in an unemployment line. I was in an unemployment line when I was 23 years old. But one time I was in that line. I was unemployed without a job. I just got out of college, had $40,000 of debt, and I'm in the line. My uncle walked in. My dad had been dead 13 years, and my uncle said to me, "What are you doing here, man?" I said, I'm in the unemployment line. And he's like, why are you in the unemployment line? I said, because I'm out of work. He said, no, bro, you're not out of work. Your job is to get a job. Okay? And that was the day I got a job with a car dealer. And I did not want to work for a car dealer. But guess what? I went from making no money to $3,000. And then I went from making $3,000 to $10,000 because I learned how to do the most important thing I've ever learned how to do.
And one thing,
which was set targets, not sell. I set targets. Once you guys set the targets, I'm telling you, if the target is big enough and rich enough and cool enough and fun enough, the waitress will quit waiting tables and delivering food and not have to do other stuff they don't feel good about, but can actually find something that would solve their real problems, which is their money problem. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, we have had a lot of people calling the office. If you guys have questions, you can call at 310-777-0255, 310-777-0255. We had a bunch of people in here that were asking about payment plans, so I just had the team drop a to-pay on the landing page. So
okay.
if you go to grantcardone.com/2025, there's an option there for you to split the payment up.
Yeah, and we'd love to have you there, okay? I'd love to have you for the next 5 weeks. You don't have to travel. There's no hotel for the 5 weeks. Now, when you go to Vegas, you're gonna have to get yourself to Vegas. If you're in Morocco, that's a long flight, okay? Now, for those of you that are in Morocco, you're in Canada, maybe you can't leave, you're in Australia, you're like, bro, I cannot do that, okay? I'll give you a virtual access to the same event when you do this. So you're going to spend the next 5 weeks with me. We're going to set the right targets. We're going to show you how to get attention. We're going to show you how to start being a salesperson. Like, the reason you guys don't like sales, do you know why somebody doesn't like sales? Because imagine this. Just keep an open mind here. Let's say you hate this idea. Like me. I hated the idea of sales. I hated the idea of the pitch. I hated the idea of I hated it, okay? But imagine if every time you offered something to somebody, they bought it from you. Help me out here. Would you hate sales if every time you offered it, somebody bought something from you? Okay? No, you wouldn't. You'd be like, because you don't have any rejection now. You just have people saying yes to you. Yeah, man, I'd love to do it, okay? So what I want to do is, I don't want this to be just, I want, for those of you who can just, you can saturate data and duplicate it exactly. Do you know the number one reason people don't make a sale? The number one reason? And the number one reason they don't like the sale? Number one, you never made an offer. You talked about your offer, but you never made an offer. Oh, by the way, you want to know the number one reason people don't create leads? Is they never make an offer. You never make an offer. So those of you like, oh, Grant's pitching me on something. Bro, look, if you don't make an offer, you don't solve a problem, right? When all you do is give information to people, you're never making an offer. If you don't make an offer, nobody can ever actually connect with you and do business with you. The number two mistake, these are mistakes, okay? You want to write this down. Mistakes. Number one, you never made an offer. Number two, you never wrote up the offer. That is, you never gave somebody something to look at. So when you see me show you an offer, Johnny, just go to the offer slide, the opportunity slide. I show you that so it becomes real to you, all right? Number three mistake people make. Did you show it, Johnny? No, show the offer itself, Johnny.
where there's got to be numbers. When you write an offer, there's got to be numbers on the offer. So if you're a contractor, you're a furniture guy, you're a masseuse. Let's say you're a masseuse and somebody's booking the massage, right? And hey, I'd like to get 2 o'clock next week, right? The massage is over. I want you to come back at 2 o'clock next week. Why would you sell one when you could sell 10? Just sell the package. Hey, Grant, I can get you next week. It's $350 for an hour. Or by the way, I'm doing 10 for $2,500. Okay? Yeah, I'll just take the 10. I'm going to use them anyway. Bang, write it up, present it to them. You make one sale 10 times. See, that's what 10X is. So when I make an offer, I show it to you. So you bump up against something, okay? I want objections. Okay, mistakes. You don't want objection. You're trying to avoid an objection, and I want one because when I know I get an objection, I'm actually having somebody qualify themselves as a buyer. Okay, you want to write this down. No objection, you haven't qualified a buyer. Okay, qualified buyers will object to price, time, terms, something. If somebody doesn't get a price, they can't object to price. And if they can't object to price, they can't object to value, right? No objection, no value. The only way to describe value is through price, okay? If you're taking notes, this is master data, okay? I'm telling you, like this is, I can't do it in 90 minutes. Are we at 90 minutes already?
Yeah.
So look, if you do not use price, you cannot actually ascribe or measure value. Value is described through a price. If something's zero, what's it worth? Let's say something costs nothing. What's it worth? Earlier, I asked you guys, okay, is this worth anything? And you're like, not yet. You know why? Because you hadn't paid anything. You're waiting for me to do something to you. Nothing's changed because you haven't done anything. You understand? So when I give free, okay, I'm going to give a free, you go to Costco. And you walk into Costco and they're like, hey, you want this free wiener? They got this little tiny wiener. They're not going to give you a whole wiener. They're going to give you one of these little tiny wiener tastes, and you're going to go over there, and you're expecting something great, right? And what do? You get a little bite of the wiener. Some of you eat wiener better than other people, and you grab the little wiener, you get a little mustard with it, you eat your little wiener, and you're like, oh my God, that wiener was so good. And some of you are like, just another wiener, okay? And then some of you are like, I don't like wiener. I knew I didn't like wiener. Now I know for sure I don't like wiener, okay? Those are the three responses to the wiener. And then somebody's like, I'm going to buy some wieners, okay? And they go over there and they're like, how much are these? See, that guy qualified himself as a buyer. The other three people are just basically, they got wiener opinions, okay? I don't know how I got on this wiener thing. The other guy does this. He's like, hey man, how much are these wieners? So you can get 2 packs today for $13.95. Okay, I'll take a 2-pack of wieners. You get it, okay? See, if there's no money objection, if there's no money, there's no value. You have to have money in your offer. So when you're selling something, you guys that are trying to sell let's say you go do somebody comes to your house, Jared's called up and said, hey, can you give me a bid on my house? Great, yes, sir, Mr. Glant. I'd be happy to give you a bid on your house, sir. What is exactly you'd like to do? We're on the phone. He's at work on my time calling somebody about his kitchen, okay? He's like, what do you want to do? Now, I could ask Jared what he wants to do, but the truth is I do freaking kitchens every day. So I know more about kitchens than Jared does. Jared's bought his first house, looking at doing his first kitchen. I could ask him what he wants to do, and I will ask him what he wants to do, but the truth is, everybody agree, I know more about kitchens than Jared does. I do kitchens every day. So how many different things can I do in a kitchen? I could do the floors, I could do the sinks, I could do the refrigerator, I could do the oven top, I could do the backsplash, I could do the countertop, I could do the roofs, maybe clean that up, and the lighting. Jared, is that what you were thinking? Mm-hmm. Exactly. Why don't I give you a bid, Jared, a free bid on what it costs you. In fact, I'm going to give you 3 levels of what it would cost you. The least amount it would cost you, the middle amount it would cost you, and the maximum amount. I could be there tonight at 5 o'clock to give you that bid, okay? I'm actually going to bring a drawing with me, Jared. If you could just send me, if you have a diagram of what your floor plan in your kitchen looks like, I could even give you a bid before I get there on an estimate what it might cost. Jared's like, God damn, this guy knows what he's talking about. I should. I do more kitchens than Jared does.
Okay? See, that is a salesperson, folks. Now, he's thinking right now, I was going to call 2 other places. But fuck, man, this guy knows what he's talking about. I don't think I need to. That, anyone can learn. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring him an offer. When I bring him an offer, I'm going to bring him 3 different levels, okay? Always mistakes. These are called mistakes. Always, okay, the reason you guys don't make more sales is because you only give one offer. Never. You only give one offer. You give one number. You're worried about confusing people. Oh, I'm going to confuse the guy. You ain't going to confuse the guy, okay? Offers do not confuse people, okay? 54,000. The average grocery store in America has 54,000 items. Ain't nobody getting confused. People are already confused. They walked into the store trading time to pay money. That's the confusion right there. You guys spend time on Netflix to pay Netflix to spend time. Okay? $997, you could go to a $10 million event and spend the next 5 weeks with a billionaire. And you say it's too much money. And then you spend, what's Netflix cost?
$20 a month.
$240 a year on Netflix you don't even use. It can't help you. It won't make you money. It won't teach you something. And you're trading your time. And you never meet anybody, you're by yourself. Okay? It's self-imposed. 67% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. This is how they do it, okay? They pay $1,800 a month in rent, or they pay $3,500 a month in a mortgage. They have $700 car payments, and they're like, man, life is so tough. Guess what, folks? It's going to get tougher. It ain't going to get better. It's going to get worse until you learn how to crack the code, okay? You got to figure out how to crack the code. What's the first way to crack your code? Change your network. Because if you sit home by yourself, like next week we're going to open with targets again. We're going to spend 3 hours, almost 3 hours just talking about, okay, well, how much could you make? All right? How much could you make? What's this $54,000 right here? Represents what? Nobody knows. What was it?
Income?
No, 54,000. What was it? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows in the chat? The 54,000.
Just a little lag here. Hang on. Just a little delay here.
My whole staff, nobody's listening to me.
I know over here.
What is it, Johnny?
$54,000 a month
No,
equals $1 million?
no. Oh, no. Yeah, the supermarket products. See, you guys don't even listen to me. See, you're not even vibing with me, bro. The average supermarket has 54,000 items. Dumbass consumer walks in, I want wieners. No, he didn't go in there for wieners. He went in there for milk. He's pushing his cart through Costco. I need milk, I need milk, I need milk. And the wiener lady's over there. Hey, want a wiener? And you're like, oh yeah, they're free. I go over there and get a wiener. Next thing I know, how much are the wieners? See, once there was a price, there was value attached, and then the customer could buy something. First, she had to do what? Get attention. You understand? Costco had to get you off your couch, off of Netflix, into your car to drive to Costco. You could have had it all delivered, by the way. Not good for Costco. Unless your website looks good, okay? Because when you hit the website, they'd much rather you drive. Why? Because you invested so much time and energy. That's why we do this conference once a year, okay? Because we want the right people in the room to spend 3 days with. The commitment to go to Las Vegas, okay? To see $10 million spent for 3 days. Guys, have you guys ever been in $10 million? Like washed in $10 million. I'm going to be bringing speakers, some of the top people on planet Earth, from Wall Street, banking.
5 billionaires.
5 different billionaires will speak over 3 days, plus myself. Unbelievable group of people that are going to be there. We have a schedule of speakers, and we do not tell anyone who's going to speak other than me. 3 days, massive entertainment, unbelievable space. Promise you, you're going to walk in the first 10 minutes, you're going to look around and be like, bang, bro, this is crazy. and it costs you virtually nothing to go there. I'm going to give you 5 weeks with me over the next 5 weeks. Then you're going to fly to Las Vegas on the 19th, and I'm going to spend 3 days with you changing your life forever. I need 3 days for you to be like, fuck, I could be one of these people on that stage.
And one of the big things that you get at the event is Forbes called it the #1 networking event on planet Earth. And so when we have 6,500 people who have all paid $2, $3, $4, $10, some $20,000 for seats, the amount of access that you have to people there, like there are deals happening in the hallway. People have ideas that they're bringing to the events. Like it's an incredible opportunity for you to get around power players and people that are literally dropping, in some cases, $100,000 like Mo to bring his whole team to the event. And so you get access to people like that. Chances are you don't have the access to those people in your community right now. A lot of people in the chat are saying, I've got a great idea, I've got a great idea, I've got a great idea. I just need to get it in front of people. Like, where are you going to get in front of people?
Yeah. I mean, how would you like to pitch the idea to me? In fact, how would you like to pitch it from stage? Do you have the speak off? How would you like to be a speaker on a stage in front of 10,000 people live and another 50 or 75,000 people online? Okay. How many of you think that that would rock your world and change your world? We actually do that at this event where we showcase people. So look, this is what we got. 5 weeks, 5 times 7 is 35 days. 90% of everybody in America has already given, 90% of everybody in the world has already given up on their freaking goals for 2025. We are now at day, 30, 25, 55 days. We're at day 45 of the new year. 90% of everyone has already dropped their targets. You're back to just like business as usual. It's just business as usual. We're going to move into spring here pretty quick. The first quarter of the year will be over. Guys, if you're going to save your year, you save it now. You don't save it later.
Yeah.
2025, this will either be a break year, it's going to break you down, or it's going to be your breakout year. You guys got to decide what it's going to be. But I know this, it starts right here today. Pass today, you pass on today. If today doesn't become your pivot, tomorrow won't be either.
I just want to also say 54 remaining seats available in executive. We've got 54 seats remaining.
Okay, so there's 54 seats. Please take advantage of this. This is a phenomenal opportunity for you. This will be a sold out event. Am I pitching you? Yes, I'm pitching you to change. Now you can wait till you hit rock bottom. They can keep dragging you behind a truck called the middle class, just dragging you. You're going to get old like your dad and your grandpa, just beating the shit out of you. Oh, yeah, but I'm so much better off than the generation before me. No, you ain't. Dude, it's just different. Now you got a phone. You get to suffer in full video, 4K, okay? Look at some of the people that we showed off there. This lady came to our growth conference. We picked her out of the room and put her on stage to speak. I gave this lady a shot in front of 10,000 people. There's her name. She'll have this in her bio forever. Okay? She was randomly picked from the audience and said, hey, you want 3 minutes? Like, what? What you got? Okay? How many of you'd like that attention? Guess what she did? First thing she did, it's sales, folks. This is basic sales. Sales is attention. Who gets the most sales is whoever gets the most attention. Number one rule in success is show up. Number one rule in sales, write it up. Write it, don't fight it, okay? If you're in the room, write it, okay? If Jared gets in the room, Jared calls me, Jared showed up. I got his attention. You guys need to break this down. You're like, I don't think I'm learning anything. It's because you're stupid. Okay, I don't know what to tell you. You're dumb. You're blind. You're blocked up. You're overeducated. You could be overeducated and not smart. I'm a smart person. I'm not overeducated. I would rather a smart person than a person that's overeducated. What's the difference? Smart is smart. Smart. Look up the word smart, okay? All the definitions of the word smart. Most politicians are not smart. They're educated. Smart.
Having or showing quick-witted intelligence.
Yes, quick-witted intelligence. That is not educated. I do not need to be educated to be smart, okay?
Acumen.
Acumen, okay?
Programmed so as to be capable of some independent action.
Capable of independent action, right? Watch. Guy shows up on the phone. Hey, man, I'm interested in a new kitchen. Guy shows up in my showroom. I'm interested in a new kitchen. Guy shows up at the Costco. Costco says, put a wiener thing out there. By the way, you're done with the wieners? Then there's another guy over here with a Vitamix machine. Hey, check this out, and check this out, and check this out, and check this out. I'm like, fuck, that thing is cool, bro. You don't even eat vegetables. You're a wiener eater. You love wieners, okay? And now you're like, you went from buying wieners that you went for milk. You went for milk, and now you bought some wieners, and now the Vitamix machine guy's going up. He's like, man, you could go vegan. You could have smoothies. You could get in the best health of your life. And you're like, fuck it, I'll take one. How much is a Vitamix machine? $700 or something?
$500-600, yeah.
$500 or $600. You went to Costco on a budget for some milk, and you walked out of there with $1,100. You're like, I got my Costco membership too. And they're going to do the same thing on their website, okay? Like if you look at my website, man, I'm always selling, okay? I'm always selling. You're not. And that is the difference. T-Mobile, always selling. Always, always. $140 billion company. Exxon, always selling, right? Government, always selling. America's the greatest. Banks, always selling. Wells Fargo, Bank of America. We're here to help you. We're here to help you. We're here to help you. Ain't helping you. You understand? You guys got to get in a position. You got to change your mind. The mind is the target. The body is not doing anything without the target right. What is my target? Oh, my target is no longer to get by. That's why the money and finance course, folks, is so important. We got to get you out of this mental, middle class, poverty, scarcity mindset. Once we crack this, that's all I'm trying to do with you right now. I'm trying to crack this. Right? You're making $80,000 a year. You think you're doing great until I show you the math. You live in California, $40,000 of that is going to taxes. You got to live on $40,000. $40,000 divided by 12, 40 divided by 12. It's $3,300 a month. The average home in California is $800,000. $800,000 if you got an interest-only loan today would cost you $56,000. $56,000. You're negative $16,000. You haven't even paid property taxes, milk, bought wieners, a Vitamix machine, 2 kids, and
Netflix.
Nothing, dude. You're busted. And then you wonder, why can't I get ahead? Okay, so watch. Then you're like, I'm gonna make $180,000 in California. You're financially illiterate, folks. You're financially programmed to have nothing. Listen to what I'm telling you if you're taking notes. We've been here 94 minutes now. You are financially indoctrinated to have nothing. They indoctrinated you to be at the bottom half of the wealth scale. Everything they taught you was to drive you down the wealth scale. I'm trying to teach you how to get to the pinnacle of the wealth scale. I don't know how many people right now are spending their time on a Saturday and then offering next Saturday, next Sunday, and 3 weeks in a row, plus a training program that I put together for you. It can't be because of $997, okay? $997 times, how many are you giving away? 150?
Yeah.
That's $149,000. I'm gonna spend $149,000 for you to go to an event that's a $10 million event that we'll break even on, at best. Why do I do that? Guess what? Can you show some of the speakers? Lloyd Blankfein. Lloyd Blankfein ran Goldman Sachs. Gary Cohn. Gary Cohn was...
the right-hand guy.
Okay, Donald Trump showed up at my event. Okay, Donald Trump is, if you guys don't know who that guy is, 47th president of the United States of America. He showed up at my event. Floyd Mayweather, Dana White, Kevin Hart. Why do I do the event? I don't do it for you. I do it for me to meet people that are freaking phenomenal. I got to spend 1 hour with Donald Trump on stage. I got to spend 1 hour talking to Kevin Hart about business. Kevin Hart's going to be a billionaire. I spent 1 hour, 1.5 hours with Tillman Fertitta. He's worth $12 billion. I spent 1.5 hours with a friend of mine, Bob Duggan. He's worth $15 billion.
That's why I do the event. I don't do it for your $997. And we give you a credit for $997. I just want the right people in the room. If you're not the right person, I don't want you in the room. If you want to be at the bottom of this thing, bro, I am happy to watch you be down there. It pains me to watch people down there. I won't be remembered for the money I made. I'll be remembered for the people I helped. And I've helped a lot of people get up here. Okay, so what's your mistakes? Let's go back to your mistakes, okay? You got attention. Somebody came into your restaurant. You're a waitress. And somebody came into your restaurant. And you had their attention. And you didn't do anything with it. You went to Mr. Cardone's house to clean up the damage from the fire in Malibu. Can you show them the house in Malibu? There's going to be a tremendous opportunity in Malibu, the Palisades, Altadena in the cleanup. You went all the way to my house to fix it. And then you never met me. You got my attention. You were sitting in the gold mine. And then what'd you do? You just did your work. Because nobody ever taught you, bro, you got the attention, keep the attention, and then multiply the attention. And the reason you didn't is you had the wrong target. Your target was to go there because you had a job and pick up some money for the day. And guess what you did? You went there, you did your job, you picked up your money, and you went home, and you told your mama, your wife, and the kids, look, I did a hard job today, I'm dirty, and I can prove to you I worked hard. And you paid the bills, and then you wonder, in California, you're working your ass off, you made 180 grand, 90,000 goes to taxes, you're left with $90,000. That's, how much is that a month? 8,200 bucks? 8,000 times 12? No, that's 7,800 a month. Is that about right?
Yeah, 183,000 is considered to be middle class in California.
Yeah.
But you're broke.
Yeah, 90,000 divided by 12. It's 7,500 bucks. It's $7,500. Okay. So watch the math now. Watch the math. You got $7,500 left over a month. You got a $3,500 mortgage. Oh no, you don't. No, you don't. Because the average home's 800 grand times 0.07 divided by 12. Your average payment's $4,600 there. $4,600. Check this out. Insurance is $2,000. That's right. It could be $2,000 now if you can get insurance. You got 2 cars, $1,400. What's 2 kids cost?
Well, they say kids cost millions to raise.
So they say it costs $1 million to raise a kid from 0 to 18. So if that's true, I don't know if that's true or not, but it's a lot. Divided by how many years?
18.
18 years. So that's another divided by 12.
School.
So that's 46.
Food.
4,600 bucks.
Nanny, babysitter.
Yeah. So you understand? You understand? Nobody's looking at this, man. There's no money left over, okay? And you're like, oh my God, there's no money left over. It's inflation. It ain't inflation. You don't make enough money. Write this down, okay? You don't have a spending problem. You have an income problem. This is your problem. You're financially illiterate. You have been financially indoctrinated to be stupid. Sorry. Don't blame the messenger. You are financially indoctrinated, have been brainwashed into apathy. I can't do anything about it. But the weather's good. Show them my house. Okay? Can you zoom in on this? You don't have the video, Johnny, do you? Because this goes for 18 homes to the left of me. You only see my house here. I want you guys to understand these homes right here that you're looking at that are down to the ground, that's 6 homes. I happen to have the biggest of those homes, okay? And my home, by the way, I've been in most of those 6 homes over there. Either I had a drink with the neighbors or I rented one of those houses before I bought this one. All 6 of those homes had something in common. They were made of timber, okay? Basically, the timber sits above. There's a space. The space underneath my house, for instance, looks like 1 inch or 2 inch. That's actually walkable. I can walk underneath that whole house. Jared's been underneath that house. I can keep surfboards down there. Canoes down there.
Kayaks, yeah.
You literally can walk. So there's about 8 feet underneath that house. Above that 8 feet, there's 23 inches or 26 inches of
concrete block. I could have bought any of those houses. Okay, they've all been for sale at one point. But the reason I bought this house was because of the concrete block underneath my house. That house would not be there if it was built the same way the 6 or 8 homes that you can see in this picture. Okay, why wouldn't they be there? Because all these homes are built above the sand, and they were built of timber on the sand. And when a fire gets underneath those, they burn from underneath. They combust and literally explode upward. When this fire got underneath my house, you don't have any pictures underneath, Johnny?
I'm gonna pull it up right now.
Okay. When fire got underneath my house, it hit 26 inches of concrete foundation. Now, why am I telling you that? What's important? You guys are burning up from underneath, man. I didn't buy those other homes. I could have, but I didn't buy them because they weren't built right. They weren't built to prevent fires. Your business right now, your mindset, your network, your infrastructure, your skill set is not built to handle the economic conditions of America. This country's $36 trillion of debt, okay? But you don't want any. Like, oh, I gotta pay my house off, gotta pay my house off. Dude, paying your house off is not gonna save your ass. You gotta figure out how to get your taxes down, okay? Your biggest expense is not the Vitamix machine, the wieners, or the, what's the other thing we bought? Yeah, the Vitamix machine.
Yeah.
Or the milk that you're buying. It's not eggs that are $12. You know why? Because you can quit eating eggs. By the way, eggs are only a problem in this country because they destroyed millions of eggs at the end of last year. Because some made up stuff going on. Boo boo, we got to get rid of the eggs. So guess what? The supply shrank. So the prices went up. All you got to do is quit eating eggs, folks. You don't have to have any. Or you could do this. No, dude, I love eggs. Okay, good. Get somebody else to pay for them. Don't make $180,000 a year. Make $1.8 million a year. Okay, think you got a money problem anymore? Yeah, but I can't make 1.8. No. You gave up on 1.8. You had the wrong target. Your target was to be a waitress. Your target was to be a golf instructor. Your target was to be a masseuse. Your target was to be a contractor. Your target was wrong. You have broken targets because you were indoctrinated to be broke. You were indoctrinated to be in the working class, not the wealth class. Okay, this is the wealth class. If you want to get in the wealth class, some of you, in fact, have been indoctrinated to believe this class is a bad class. This class is not a bad class, okay? This is the class you want to be in. If you work for me and you're seeing this message right now, you're like, shit, man, Grant's right. I need to quit and go start my own business. Bro, the people that own their own business are down here. In fact, 65% of all small businesses make less money than employees working in the business. 65% of all small businesses in America break even or lose money. They're worse off than the middle class.
91% of small businesses don't even make $1 million a year in revenue.
91% of all small businesses in America never break $1 million.
And if they're making 20%, that means they're making 200 grand.
In America, I think there's 32 million millionaires made in America. 32 million millionaires in America, and 80% of them are first generation. Okay, in fact, in America, you have a 7-time better chance of being a millionaire in America than you have of having abs. And I have both. Okay, so what am I telling you right here? Okay, you guys got to make a decision. Okay, I can't do this in 2 hours. I'm just telling you. I can't change your mind in 2 hours because you've had 25 years of being conditioned. Mm-hmm. Money's bad. Money is the root of all evil. Money's for the rich. Money's for bad people. Money's for the coder, the smart. I got to be in some other business. I can't be rich. Money doesn't matter anyway. What else do people say? Money is the root of all evil.
A penny saved is a penny earned.
A penny saved is a penny earned. I need to pay my stuff off. I'm just going to wait. I'm going to have a retirement.
I can save my way to wealth.
I'm going to save my way to wealth. This is all wrong. That's why I need you guys on this money and finance course. And then what I need you to do, if you could just spend 3 hours with me between now and then. Let me ask you this. Go to the chat, Johnny. GrantCardone.com/25 if you want to take advantage of this opportunity today. I want to help you guys get money and abs. That's funny, okay? How many of you, if you knew $1 million was real, if you knew $1 million was real, let me see. We got about 8 hours. Let me just do the math here. 8 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, that's 11 plus 24. 9, 10, 11. How many of you would spend 37 hours? If it took 37 hours to learn how to become a multimillionaire, you would invest in 37 hours. How many of you, if it took 37 hours, plus today, 39. 40 hours, let's just say 40 hours. One 40-hour work week over the next 5 weeks. Would you trade 40 hours to become a multimillionaire and get in the wealth class? By the way, this wealth class, what do I need up here? What do you think I need in terms of net worth?
To be wealthy?
20 million?
Probably.
Easy.
At least 10.
Okay, let's cut it in half. This would be your target, not even to make $1 million. It would be, hey, I'm going to create $10 million worth of net worth. Now, some of you are like right now, you're like, wait a minute, bro, you're freaking me out. No, bro, I'm trying to get you out of the bottom. I'm trying to get you out of the bottom and think bigger. Is there $10 million? I'll show you how to work any target. Is there $10 million on planet Earth? $500 trillion is floating the planet right now without printing any more money. There's $355 trillion in just properties. Look up total properties. I think there's $38 trillion sitting in retirement accounts. 38 trillion. See, some of you, like, even when I say the word trillion, you're not like bugged-eyed out because you don't know how big a trillion is.
380 trillion.
Of what?
Residential commercial real estate.
There's 380 trillion just in residential real estate. So there's probably 1,000 trillion. A third of it is real estate. There's probably 1,000 trillion sitting on planet Earth. Now, some of you don't know how much money that is, but just so you know the difference between $1 trillion and $1 million. How many millions are in 1 trillion?
A trillion is a million.
A trillion.
A trillion is a million.
So for every $1 trillion, that's 1 million. How many hundreds then? That'd be how many?
How many 100 millions?
Yeah, or 10. We're saying 10 million. There's $380 trillion in property. All I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get your head out of this scarcity. Your mom growing up, penny saved is a penny earned. Save your money, turn off the lights.
100,000, 10 million, and 1 trillion.
So there's 100,000 out of $1 trillion. By the way, there are already trillionaires on this planet. It's not Elon. There's people worth way more than Elon Musk. Okay, there's 4 companies in Silicon Valley that are worth 15 trillion by themselves. 4, and they're in America. You never even hear about them. Okay, MasterCard and Visa. Look up the transactions on MasterCard and Visa every year. They make 54% net margin, by the way. Okay, and I think they control $54 trillion in processing a year. Just see what they process a year.
234 billion transactions at $16 trillion.
$16 trillion annual, MasterCard and Visa.
That's just Visa.
You all have one, by the way. This is what I'm saying. If you guys were in the very beginning, you're like, how could you get paid on something you don't own? Be MasterCard and Visa. They don't own shit. They don't sell shit, deliver shit, do shit. They don't do anything but steal, man. You know why? Because they scaled something big enough. You understand? You went to college or you went to school. Nobody taught you any of this. This is what I'm giving you access to. I want to crack open your brain first. Okay? So that you can see some of these other possibilities. That's great, but it's not going to help us right now, okay? So you can see some of these other possibilities. So let's say there's $10 million. How many different ways are there? That's the new target. I got you thinking different right now. I got you open. You're like, yeah, dude, let me see. How could I do it? Okay? How many of you right now are thinking, how could I do this? 10 million's the new target, not 1 million. Okay? 10 million in net worth, no taxes. I'm going to show you a lottery ticket. I'm going to give you a lottery ticket right now. How many buy the lottery ticket? And I'm going to tell you, I guarantee you're going to win it. Would you buy the lottery ticket? Would you spend 40 hours if it took, I said, you don't have to buy the ticket. I'll give you the ticket. It's going to be a winner, but you got to invest 40 hours. Of course you would. Of course you would. Okay? So watch. $10 million. How many people do I need for $10 million? That's 100,000. 1 million, 10 million. I'm going to take a $5 fee. I need 2 million people to give me $5. Are there 2 million people on planet Earth? Do you guys think that you could find 2 million people on planet Earth to give you $5 one time? How many think you could do that? I don't even mean for a product or a service, just $5 for advice. I don't know. Just give me $5, okay? Or how about this? 200,000 people give you $50. Or 20,000 people give you 500. Or 2,000 people give you 5,000. How many think you can get 2,000 people on planet Earth to give you $5,000 one time? For what? I don't know for what. Don't even worry about it. Don't worry about what yet. Worry about, are you committed to that target, and then fill in the what later. Okay? This is how the big players think, folks. They don't think about what they're going to do first. They think about what it's going to take to fund it. Okay? So this would be the target. Okay? Then we starting out the what. Now, if you did all of these, you'd make 10 million here, 10 million here, 10 million here, and 10 million here, and that would be 40 million. Now, this is when you get around people that think different. They don't think about the obvious. They think about, bro, if I did them all. See, this is how big people think. This is the importance of networking and having dinner and drinks and standing in line and talking, shooting the shit with other people. See, your network, this is what I tell you, your network, and this is what everybody says, your network is your net worth, okay? Is Adam around?
Yeah.
Is he available? Let's bring Adam up. I want to talk to Adam because I met him at a growth conference. Adam, how you doing, man?
Hang on, you're on mute. We can't hear you yet. There you go. We got you.
Uncle G.
Yeah, Adam, by the way, was in, you were in door-to-door sales when I met you, right?
Yes, sir.
What were you making back then?
Well, when I went to the first 10X GrowthCon, I was making $12 an hour, and then I got into door-to-door full commissions right after that.
Yeah.
And so at the time, I mean, I was making $12 an hour on my first GrowthCon, which was in 2017.
And what are you doing now?
I'm still doing, now I have my own business. We still do door-to-door. I mean, 99% of the business comes from door-to-door. And the business is doing, on average, around $3 million a month.
A month, 36 million a year.
Wow. So Adam, you're hearing me talk to this audience today. Mm-hmm. I'm pounding on people right now to change, to wake up. When you first heard me do this to you, were you offended? Were you open to it? Like, where were you at back then, if you can remember?
Yeah, see, unlike a lot of people, as soon as I heard you, it immediately clicked for me. I mean, I was immediately drawn to you. And I think it's because I was thirsting for a mentor, for like my North Star to get somebody successful. And so for me, it was immediately as soon as I found you. One of the biggest things that I remember you saying is pick a mentor and dive deep into their content. And at the time, you know, there was a lot of gurus. And so, but when I heard you, something was different about it. And so I literally stopped listening to everybody else and just studied your material pretty much entirely.
And then, other than your business doing $36 million a year, which is phenomenal, bro. That's how old are you, by the way?
I'm 31.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, man. Has anybody in your family, your dad, your grandparents, ever make that kind of money?
Oh, no. I migrated to the U.S. when I was 10 years old.
Wow.
From where?
From Mexico.
Dude, did you come in the right way? Okay, we'll talk about
No,
that.
I did. I was
we'll talk about that
22
offline. Doesn't matter to me. You know, my grandfather lived in this country illegally his entire life, and it was hard for them. What advice would you give people listening?
I think, well, if they're here, they pretty much found a good mentor. I think you're the most legitimate person on the internet, and I don't say that lightly. I mean, this is a kid that I am a U.S. citizen, by the way, but I migrated to this country with nothing, and so I literally just studied entirely. I mean, Cardone University, 10x GrowthCon, which is a massive networking opportunity. I actually met Mo through the ecosystem like 5 years ago. So I mean, tons of successful people, and I think the most important thing is that you pick a solid mentor who you can trust, and I think Grant is that person, and you study the content deep. I mean, GrowthCon, and all the other products that they have, which is what I've done. I mean, I have all my companies on Cardone. I've been on Cardone since 2016, I think, and I haven't stopped paying for it.
Yeah. Man, I appreciate you and your success. Do you have any investments outside of your company?
Yeah, I'm invested with you in your real estate.
Oh,
I have, yeah.
So you're getting passive income from investments as well?
Yeah, I make, yeah. It's like I make about $9,000 a month right now.
Oh man, that's great.
But just from passive investments?
Yeah, from Cardone Capital.
How much do you have in?
2.1.
Dang.
Dude. That money's not going away, man. I guarantee you. That's just going to get bigger. So, hey, man, congratulations. Well done on your success, and thank you for being with us today. Let's
Thank
bring
you.
Jessica
Thank you.
Jessica, yeah.
Let's bring Jessica
Thanks, Adam.
up.
Yeah.
Now, Jessica's got a little different story because I think didn't your daughter win a ticket or something?
Yeah, she was in the speak off that you had.
Uh-huh.
And it was interesting to see the courage that a child can have. Like, what keeps us? Why are we hiding? It was an amazing opportunity. So we met you at GrowthCon, and Elena, of course, and your children. Your children have had a huge impact
But hang on a
my
second.
daughter.
Jessica, your daughter was 11 years old.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I just want to be sure everybody understands what kind of kid. So guys, people bring their kids to these events. Our kids have been going to these events since they were 6. And this is a great place for your kids to be around success for 3 days. So when she won, what did you do? She won a ticket, so you came to be her, I guess her chaperone, her parent.
Yep. Yes. So I went through the program, and I never seen myself as a speaker. One of your strengths, you were talking earlier about if you're a single mom, the people you hang out with, you help people to see something that they don't see in themselves with the people who are around them that are in your circle. And I think you also said to us, I want to say it was the first GrowthCon I went to, the people you're hanging around right now are not going to take you to where you want to go. You got to get around different people.
Mm-hmm.
So that was huge. We met people just in that program who were speaking. The gal that was on stage, you had her up earlier. She's opened doors for us, given opportunities to my daughter, me. It's, I got to speak yesterday with Ryan Secco, and I both spoke at the Deal Summit.
So what's happened for you as a single mom of twins? What has happened for you? Your hair looks great, by the way.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. What has happened for you since you got involved in 2021?
Yeah, so I mean, you make fun of realtors, and I appreciate that because you're right. You pick on us a lot. We're out here closing deals in heels.
But I pick on everybody, Jessica. There's not a group that people that I don't like, kind of antagonize.
But I appreciated it because a lot of us don't see ourselves as business people, as entrepreneurs. We just kind of, show up to open houses, look for a deal. You actually gave Attract, Convert, Deliver, which became my business model. And instead of just being a single agent, 80 grand, I think I did. But you can't live off of 80 grand. you know, we were able to build a big team, and last year was one of our best years. We closed 246 deals and we did 70 million in volume.
Wow. That's
Wow.
amazing.
And then you're also doing coaching as a side hustle, right?
I hate to use that as a side hustle, but yes, I enjoy pouring into others and helping them.
Yeah. And what do you earn from that?
So you taught us to give away everything for free, like 97% of your stuff, and to charge high ticket for your best stuff, your 3%. So I'm charging $1,500 a month, which is in this space a lot. Most people charge about $350 to $500.
Yeah.
And the clients, Grant, the clients are just so much better.
100%. It's easier for you to get 5 times easier probably for you to get somebody to pay you $1,500 than it is $300.
The right people, yeah.
The right people, quality. Well, your quality, and I really appreciate it, and it's such a great example of what you're doing for your kids. So well done, and I appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you in Vegas.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So you guys, you know, she's been hanging around 4 years. Mo's been here 7 or 8 years. Like, these people have plenty of time to figure out, okay, is this real? Is this company real? All right. I started this company with 3 people. It was me, Jared. It was me, and then Jared and Sherry. Okay, and the company was making, I don't know, maybe $3 million a year. We had 3 or 4 other people that were coming in and out. This year, we have how many employees we have here now?
Almost 1,000 across the whole ecosystem.
Okay, so we have well, that's without Cardone Capital.
It
so
is.
That's
Yeah.
So that's another. Anyway, there's 1,000 plus employees across the ecosystem now, and the company will do $750 million a year in sales. Why do I tell you that? Okay, I didn't have a lot to offer you guys 30 years ago. 30 years ago, I could tell you what I was doing, and I always have. I've been a teacher my whole life. My whole life, I grew up with 5 kids, lost my dad when I was 10, and I always wanted somebody to teach me. But I didn't want to learn. Like, I was a terrible student, and I would always sit in class as an 8-year-old and be like, okay, get to the good part. Get to the good part. Where's the good part? Give me the good part, right? And the best teachers I ever had showed me the end first. They showed me what was on the test, and then they had my attention because they got me out of this test
mystery.
And anytime I took a test, I'd get this paralyzed. I'd get paralyzed in the test because they kept everything a secret, and so there's a couple of teachers I had. I remember still, out of all the teachers I ever had, I remember these 3 that just said, this is going to be on the test. This is what you need to know. And then when I went to class, dude, it was cool because I could just listen. I could actually learn.
Yeah.
What's that your friend told you?
No, one of my professors in school, he said, if you wanna get an A in the class, study the book. If you wanna understand how to be successful in business, take notes when I give my lectures.
Yeah, so I'm giving you notes, guys. I'm giving you notes on what we did to go from $3 million to $750 million. Now, I'm just to tell you, like, $3 million is a lot of money for most people. It's $250,000 a month. Now you got 3 people, so you got to split it up. Plus you got part-time people and you got advertising. So at the end of the day, you're like, okay, there's not a lot of money left over. You're definitely not going to have freedom. $750 million when you're a privately held company, do whatever the hell you want, say whatever you want. Nobody's telling you what to do or say. That's a lot of money. Okay, I haven't raised any money from the marketplace for that 750. That has nothing to do with our $5 billion real estate company. Like, literally nothing. No, none of that is income from that company or opportunity possibility. Why am I telling you that? Because along this way, we learned a lot of stuff, okay? And over 35 years now, I'll be 67 years old on March 21st, and I have learned a lot about what I would do different today. So I can't do it different. You can. You can do your path with my information different than I did my path. It worked. But I wasted a lot of time I shouldn't have, okay? So number 1 is that target thing I gave you earlier, okay? The target attainment, I'm telling you, this is 80% of the game right here. If you can set the right target coming in, and I'll be talking about this next Saturday. We're gonna end here in a second, but next Saturday, I'm gonna talk about this in detail. Second thing is, and I'm gonna go into this, I'm not done here.
How do I get attention? These things don't happen. I know they're going to look like they happen separately, but they don't really happen separately. They happen all at the same time. But I got to break them down so you can understand what's happening. Can you change these screens I'm looking at? Number 3, how do I actually make a sale here? I was going into some
Working
of
on it. We're going to put the wheel up for you.
Okay. In the middle one. Because it's just distracting. The chats.
Johnny,
Okay?
Johnny right here.
What are the mistakes in sales? I never presented an offer, never showed up for the offer, okay? Never hit an objection. If you don't have an objection, you don't have a sale. I never got the price. You
Didn't ask hard questions.
You didn't ask hard questions. I didn't finish that whole list. Like hard questions, what are hard questions? Well, hard questions are you would bring up, you don't self-generate objections. I actually self-generate an objection. I'll show you how to do that. How do you self-generate an objection? Hey, sir, this offer is $997, okay? By the way, it requires you to travel. It requires you to get a hotel. It requires you to go to Las Vegas. It requires you to make a commitment. It requires you to spend 6 hours with me next week and 1 hour 3 times. And it requires you to listen to my audio program. It's going to require you, unless you know how to transport yourself, to get on a plane and fly all the way to Las Vegas, Nevada, and get a hotel room. So you're going to get a hotel, and you probably got an issue with time. You probably got an issue with money. You might have an issue with this price. I don't know. I'm going to give you this money back. So I got to handle that. You still got to get a hotel. You still got to get the time. You're going to have to meet people. Okay? You got kids? You're going to have to get a nanny. Unless you bring your kids. And you can, by the way. So these are your objections, okay? The $997 could be an objection. The time to get away, the more money in the hotels, the more money in the meeting other people because you're an introvert, which is one of your problems, and you got a nanny, okay? So what I'm doing is I'm basically initiating objections. Why? Because I want to be cause, therefore I can be the effect. Right? Like, what are your objections, okay? Who knows the biggest reason sales are not made? What objection, there's only 5 of them, what objection causes most of these transactions, opportunities, not to convert to a customer? Anybody know? The dates are 19th, 20th, and 21st of March. See, people are like, hey, can I go? Am I even available? Am I even available? Okay. Well, you are if you are. See? You like, what do you mean? You are if you are. You commit first. You guys go, oh, I'm going to go look at my calendar. You're not cause. You're effect of your calendar. Your effect. Yeah, but I work for somebody else. Yeah, so what? Commit first. Because look, your dad has a heart attack. Your dad has a heart attack. And you were going to be at work Monday. I'll bet you change the work agenda Monday to go handle your dad's heart attack. Okay? You're going to work. You're going to be at work. You got to be at work at 9 o'clock in the morning. And on your way over there, you get robbed. I'll bet you're not going to be at work today because you're committed to being robbed. See, what you guys do is you go to your commitments, and your commitments are misaligned. I was a drug addict for 10 years. Same guy right here. I was the same guy. I was just under the influence of drugs every day because my commitments were wrong. It wasn't that I was a drug addict. It wasn't that I had a disease. Anybody that uses drugs every day is going to become a drug addict. If you use drugs every day, guarantee you.
Somebody got it.
What?
Their name is Yes. Their name is Yes, and they put the unspoken objection.
Yes. The name is Yes. The biggest objection is the unspoken. This happens in 90% of all sales transactions. Oh, by the way, all sales don't close over one thing, never 2 things. There is no 2-thing objection, ever. Well, I didn't because of the price and because of the terms. No, it's one or the other, it's not both. I didn't because my dad, I got to talk to my husband, I needed the tax man, got to talk to the committee, and it was the price, and it was the terms, and it was the color, and it was the equipment, and it was the wrong time. No, it's all bullshit. There's one and only one. Okay? And most of you never find out what the one is because you don't know how to communicate your way to the one. Some of you won't even do any of this because you're like, I hate sales. That'd be like saying I hate money. Okay, the reason you hate sales is because who knows the number one reason they hate sales? Not before you're not good, you're not good at it, or it doesn't work for you, or you didn't get it. Okay, it's not any of those. Okay, what age kid is acceptable? I don't care if you.
No, they said they asked about a newborn. So.
Oh, newborn, yeah. Probably not for a newborn. First 10 minutes would drive the newborn crazy. Okay. The number one reason for most sales, okay, for most non-sales, is not. You know, you guys never got to the one thing, and you worry that you're going to offend somebody. Okay. There's a thing we use in our company. No one thing
ever blows a deal.
Ever blows a deal. Okay. Sir, the only reason you wouldn't come to our conference, I'm going to use this conference. You guys that haven't taken advantage of our opportunity. I think the website's grantcardone.com/2025.
Yep.
Those of you who have not taken advantage of this, let me just handle you guys. Just raise your hand if you haven't. Maybe we'll bring them up on a Zoom. Can we bring them up on a Zoom or not really? Okay. Okay. The only reason you wouldn't do it is the $997, or the time, or the money to get there, or because you don't like to meet people, or because you got to get a nanny. Okay. You mind if I handle these for you? It won't be two of these. It'll be one of these. Okay. First of all, if it created $20 million worth of net worth, could you find the $997? Yeah. Okay. Well, first of all, just understand you're going to put $997 on a credit card. I'm going to give you millions of dollars of training next Saturday, Sunday, the following Saturday, the following Saturday, and the following Saturday. There'll be 5 trainings between now and then. Okay. So, and I'm going to give you a credit when you show up in Vegas. Now, yeah, to show up in Vegas, you got more time invested and more money. But if it took 3 days to map out, to get you on track, not to make 20 million, but to get you on a $20 million track, to get you on track, would it be worth it? Could you find the 3 days? Well, I don't know. Okay, let me ask you this then. If you knew it would get you on track, it was guaranteed to get you on track, could you find time and the money? Okay? Everybody just tell me if you could, if I handled those things. I want to go to Vegas. If I buy the ticket, can I bring my spouse? Buy your spouse a ticket. Or go tell your spouse, I don't think you're worth it. I'm going to bring myself, but I'm not going to bring you. I mean, it seems like you're going to have a problem with that. Happy life, happy wife. Okay? Felon, and the money, nothing else. Yeah, you are a felon if you don't do this for yourself. You're stealing from yourself. You're just not going to be convicted of it. Jail will be self-imposed for life. Your sentence, life in prison. Okay? Okay, yes, okay, there it is. People are like, yeah, dude, if it was guaranteed, I would do it. Okay, so really, this is not about the price, the time, the money, meeting people, or the nanny. This is about, not sure.
Certainty.
This is about you. This isn't about me, or the event, or the plane, or meeting people. Let's just call it what it is. If you knew it was going to work, okay? See, the reason you guys don't make sales is because the target was never big enough. This is why you guys hate sales. This is what I was saying earlier. The target's not big enough, okay? The reason you're not sure is because you've been surrounded with people that don't have targets that are big enough. Okay, what's happening? The whole country went into depression because the Super Bowl's over. They don't have anything to do next week, tomorrow. Oh, what am I going to do, man? Super Bowl season's over. Man, what a shame. What a country we live in. People are happy only when they're entertained by other people rather than their own Super Bowl, okay? So guys, look, I'm trying to help you get this wheel aligned. Your wheel looks like this right now. That wheel is not going to roll well. We got to get this real wheel balanced out so you and your wife and your kids are all on the same page. Target, attention for the target, a lead, convert to a sale, scale it, and repeat, rinse and repeat, okay? Everybody that came in here today talked to you about, hey, I came in, I met Grant. They were looking for something. And then boom, When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I showed up on YouTube or Instagram or maybe on TV or doing Undercover Billionaire or something. I came and did a webinar, I offered something, and they're like, hey, I don't think I like this guy the way he talks to me. Boom, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Your mom's hugging you, I love you so much, you're so sweet, you're so cute, you're such a little goo goo, boo boo boo. Your dad's like, you're doing great, son. And I'm like, no, you ain't. You're not doing that well, bro. You're barely getting by, bro. Okay? You don't have any passive income. If you have passive income, it's one flow. You need 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 flows. Okay? You need many, many customers. You cannot depend on 1 or 2 customers. You need 200 customers. You need multiple flows of income. You need investments that are paying you. You need passive income. The gentleman that we talked to last, what was the last person we talked to?
Adam.
He's got $9,000 a month. If his business blows up and goes to shit, he's still got $9,000 a month coming in income that is not dependent upon him. So you guys got all the love you need around you, okay? Oh, I love you, you're so good. You call your mom, your dad, your aunt, your uncle, you're doing better than other people. And then you got me in your face. Bruh, stop it. I tell my team all the time, stop it. You guys are in a freaking like opportunity of a lifetime. And what do? All you do is make your salary. Bruh. Starts with a target. And by the way, this target has to be fixed constantly. I wake up tomorrow morning. What's my target? Where am I going? And the more money you make and the more your net worth gets bigger, when I went from 0 to $3 million in net worth, it got harder to set a new target because this starts seducing me to say, hey man, look how good I'm doing. And then I'd get around somebody and they'd be like, bro, that ain't nothing. Okay, you need to be $30 million net worth. I'm like, why would I do that, dude? I'm doing fine. I'm happy. I'm playing golf. I got cars. I got a bicycle. I go on vacations. I'm doing cool. Because, bro, I gave $3 million to charity. I gave to charity, this man told me. I gave to charity what you're bragging about having. I'm like, God damn, bro. Made me feel bad. Okay, well, to give $3 million away, you need $30 million. Otherwise, you're going to be broke. You can't have $3 million, give $3 million away, you go back to 0. And this is the problem with most of your financial education. Watch this. You guys have a 90-day. How many of you know about Dave Ramsey's 90 days? You need, if it takes $10,000, you need $30,000 for an emergency. The emergency account. How many of you know about the emergency account? The 90-day. Let me tell you the problem with the 90-day emergency account. Y'all want to hear the problem with it? See, Mike Craig says, nobody believes in me. I believe in you, Mike. Okay? How many of you know about the 90-day, yup. Okay, let me tell you what's wrong with it. What if I told you the 90-day emergency account is actually keeping you broke? You're like, how's that possible, bro? I got 90 days of emergency account because you're going to have an emergency. You're actually planning for it. Okay, watch what happens. Emergency comes. Oh man, I'm so glad I have my emergency money. Boom, I fund the emergency, 30 grand. And what do you have in your emergency account now? 0. So if you are going to go to 0, by the way, let's say it took 5 years to use it. For 5 years, you had $30,000 sitting around. The government loves for you to do this, okay? So do the banks. The banks love this, okay? For 5 years, you stored 30 grand or 300 grand, whatever your dumb number is, okay? For an emergency that may or may not happen, and it finally happened, and you took the 30,000 and you went back to 0. Now what do you got to do? You got to start over again, okay? What you should have done was you should have gone to 0 right here and invested all this money. This is one of the things we do with people when we start working with them. I'm like, dude, rather than having the 90-day account, okay, go to 0 right now and invest the 30,000. Okay, now you have your income from one job. You got income coming from the other job that built this. You take the 30 grand, you dump it into an investment that pays you. Let's say it pays you $1,800 a year. Okay, or $3,000 a year. Nice round number, $3,000 a year for 5 months or 5 years. Okay, that paid you $15,000. Now what do you have in the investment account? Not the emergency account. You got 30 plus the 15, you got 45. None of it's taxed, by the way, if it's the right kind of account. None of it's taxed, okay? Now when you have an emergency, oh, goddamn, I got a $30,000 emergency. What do? You don't touch that, and you don't touch this. You go to a customer, okay? I'll never have an emergency break me. Why? I'm gonna go to other people for my emergencies. I never plan for an emergency, dude. That would be stupid, okay? Why would I plan for an emergency when I could simply go to the marketplace and repeat the wheel? Hey, I got a target, new target. I need $30,000 for my damn house that burned down, or $3 million, or $5 million. Boom, get attention. Do a GoFundMe account. You could do that, okay? There's a guy that on TV, the beer guy, put the GoFundMe account with the beer t-shirt. There was a guy 2 years ago, year and a half ago, he wore a beer t-shirt. The beer, what did he raise on his GoFundMe account?
A beer t-shirt?
Beer, B-E-E-R. He started a GoFundMe account because he wanted to drink. He needed a beer allowance. You don't see it?
Fund account for beer drinking.
You got $1 million in donations.
Yeah, he got $1 million in donations in 24 hours because he's like, hey, man, I need a beer. Anybody can help me put it in this GoFundMe account? $1 million. Bang! Why? Target. He had a target. He probably had I don't know if he had a $1 million target, whatever. He didn't have a product. He didn't have a service. He had an intention. Intention is superior to the mechanics of the things you're trying to accomplish, okay? So the point I'm making right here is you had $30,000 for an emergency account. Your intention is to have an emergency and fund it, to get through an emergency only to find out you're broke again. It's just bad financial planning, but it's really good for the banks. It's good for the banks, good for the IRAs, good for the 401ks, great for Vanguard, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, Citibank, and these trillion-dollar companies. Okay? So why am I telling you that? It starts with a target. How do you set a target? How do you set a target if you're financially incompetent? Okay? Your finance, this has to get fixed before your targets are. Why are you going to think about, oh, I just want to make 120 grand a year, man, I'll be doing good. The reason you want the 120 target is because you don't understand there is trillions. How much did they steal from Medicare? What are they saying they stole just for Medicare? It's all over Twitter right now. 108
$697
billion in Medicare payments over the last decade went to other countries. There's Social Security payments being made to other people that have been alive 150 years. Like, guys, there's so much money on this planet, it's crazy. Why aren't you getting yours? Because your mind's fucked up. Your head's fucked up. Sorry. You were educated like I was by middle class, lower middle class people. Money's hard to get. Money only comes to evil people. Rich is for rich. You got to be lucky. You got to be smart. You got to be educated. You got to go to school. You got to be a doctor. You got to be a lawyer. It's all lies. You got to save your money. Penny saved is a penny earned. They're getting rid of the penny. This is nonsense. There's no reason for anybody to be broke, okay? There's no reason for anyone to just get by. There's no reason you cannot make it into the top of the food chain, into the top of the wealth chain. And this is the target. This should be your target. If anybody else can do this, you can do this. How many billionaires? 3,000, 3,500, 4,000?
About 3,000.
Okay. Look, most of them are self-made in a business that they didn't even start in. There are a bunch of them that have inherited the money and passed it on. Don't hate on them, man. Their dads broke the curse and passed it on to their kids. I'll bet you 10 of the top 50 wealthiest people on the planet inherited it from somebody that was a street gangster that figured out. Sam Walton was perfect, okay? Sam Walton, all he talked about every day was getting attention and selling a product. He runs a company called Walmart's, okay? He didn't try to underprice his customers. He did, he would if he had to. And he would use that to get attention, to get people into the store to sell them more products, to make sure the placement was right,
Okay, the higher margin stuff was in the right place. What is that? That is target attention, not target sales. It's target, right target. His target was to scale a business that was massive. And before he died, what he did was put everything in a trust so he could pass it on to his kids and not be taxed at death. Brilliant. Target was in alignment. He was financially intelligent. Warren Buffett, financially intelligent, top of the food chain. Elon Musk, financially intelligent. He does not pay taxes. Donald Trump, I don't want to pay taxes, okay? I want low interest rates. These people are financially intelligent, whether you like them, agree with them or not. Apple Computer pays no taxes. Amazon, no taxes. Why are you paying taxes? Because you're financially illiterate. You don't have to. So flip this thing. Say, hey, I'm going to study from the top of the food chain. That is not your teacher at school, by the way. Donald Trump's probably going to demonetize the Department of Education. Great. Why? They're not doing anything anyway. We have a terrible education in this country, and around the world is terrible. You don't have to go to college to get this data anymore. I'm giving it to you right now. I spent 5 years in college, spent $160,000 going to college to learn none of what I'm sharing with you right now. I didn't know how to greet a customer, qualify a customer, sell a customer, handle an objection, initiate an objection, follow up a customer. I didn't know how to price a product, how to have 3 products. Boom, boom, boom. 3 different products, all the same product, different names on the products, priced differently, so I had different margins. I didn't know how to use my cash flow. I didn't know how to plan for emergencies. Do I plan for emergencies? How do I make investments? How do I get cash flow? How do I buy real estate? I didn't know anything. I didn't know how to avoid taxes or defer taxes or make investments where I didn't know what cars I could buy that were tax-free and what cars would cost me taxes. I didn't know anything. I didn't know that I could prepay investments today for the future that would become a tax deduction for me right now and a benefit at the end of the year. Didn't know, because they don't teach that. Much less how to scale my companies, much less how to get attention, how to do marketing, how to do a Facebook ad, Instagram ad, Twitter ad, TikTok ad. How do I get attention organically? The first 12 years I was on social media, I didn't spend any money. We had 10 million followers, didn't spend a penny. What do we spend now?
$25 million a year.
Yeah, how would you like to look behind the scenes to see what $2 million a month in advertising looks like? Okay, this is what I want you to do. GrantCardone.com/2025. I want to invite you to start this journey with me today with this program. Okay, we're going to include this. I'm giving this to you. And then the next week, we're going to do 2 days, next week, Saturday and Sunday, 2 days on sales,
marketing, scaling, sales management.
I'm going to take the last 2 hours and 38 minutes, and I'm going to slow it down. Okay, so you guys can take notes. You'll have a workbook. We'll walk through these things so you don't just feel like you're being blasted. Okay. Third thing, the 1st, the 8th, and the 15th, 1 hour. I'm bringing in myself, Jared, Brandon Dawson, Pete Vargas are going to come in and talk about how to build this audience, craft a message, deliver. We're just going to slow some of this down and do some Q&A with you guys and support you so you're not by yourself. This is not so much about instruction as it is about support. This is where you get to do Q&A. You get to ask questions, okay? This is called the 10X Revenue Growth Package. We're going to support you for the next 5 weeks, and then I want you to figure out how to come to the 10X Growth Conference, okay? Now, all of you are invited to the Growth Conference, okay? I want to show the seating again. You're not guaranteed a seat. I will give you a seat. You're guaranteed access to the event. Okay? Everyone gets to go. If you want to be guaranteed to get in that room, I'm going to just do this, GrantCardone.com/2025. I'm going to upgrade you, move you from the GA seats back here at the top. I'm going to move you from the top, the GA seats, to the executive VIP floor. Okay? And you're guaranteed access to the building. Now, if you guys want to cross your fingers and hope you can get in, you don't have to do any of that. But you don't do the 5 weeks. I'm just giving you this as an upgrade. You're not paying for it. So I'm going to move you from general admission to the executive VIP, right? And when you show up in Vegas, okay? When you show up in Vegas,
I'm going to credit you with a $9.97 credit at my store. So you virtually paid nothing for the entire program. This is just for 5 weeks. What are we in, February?
Yeah.
March? No, February, 15 days of February, basically 20 days of March. That's all it is, 4 or 5 weeks. If you guys make the time, I'll get you the seat, okay? If you want to go the whole 5-week program with me, let's go. If you don't want to go to Vegas, no problem. Don't show up for the event, but let us know you're not going to take advantage of the growth conference ticket. I'm giving it to you. Let me know, and I'll give it to somebody else. I promise you somebody else will want it, okay? I got plenty of firemen, policemen, military people that we have the seating available that we'll give them to, okay? Jared, you want to say something?
Yeah, no, I was just going to say that another thing that we're doing is for everybody who's taken advantage of this, immediately after we wrap up today, we're going to do an onboarding. So you'll get an understanding of exactly how to access the programs, what day and time the trainings are going to be on, how to claim your executive level growth con ticket. So immediately after we finish, if you were one of the folks who invested, congratulations on everybody who took advantage of this. We've got about 8 more seats left in executive level. So take advantage of this now and stick around.
The book.
Stick around.
That book. Next week, Saturday and Sunday, I'll be working from a book. So you guys will have exact notes. So it's not going to feel as like just getting hit. Okay. I'll be going over this. So you'll be able to, for those of you who are more student oriented, you're like 1, 2, 3, 4, bang. I'll be walking through this. It's called our 10X Sales System Interactive 2-day sales and marketing workshop with me live. Every seat is the front row. Tablet, your computer, you can put it on your smart TV. I'm giving you that, okay, guys? I'm giving you that. I'm also going to give you the next 3 weeks, the sales, the marketing, and the scaling after that. These are 1-hour sessions, 1.5 hours, 60 to 90 minutes of Q&A. I'm giving you the money and finance course. I need you to start on that tonight. As soon as you click the link, grantcardone.com/2025, grantcardone.com/2025. When you click that link, if it's working, see if it's working. Jared said it is. What do? I check. Yes, it is working, okay? It tells you what you get. And when you show up for the growth conference in Vegas, I'm going to give you a credit. Guarantee you that you get in the room, okay? Now, my goal is to get 100,000 people tickets to the event. I'm just telling you guys behind the scenes, if you want to tell your friends, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have like 30,000 people outside of the MGM that can't get in.
We're going to shut Vegas down.
I'm going to shut the city down. Okay? All right. I want to help you. I'm gonna if you don't want a tough guy telling you what to do and how to do it and how to get there and bigger targets, and you don't want somebody pushing you, then don't do this. The only reason you shouldn't do this, it shouldn't be time or money or the nanny or the travel or the introversion. It should be, bro, just admit it. You don't want to go there. You gotta be honest with yourself. And this is from a person that had to get honest with himself a long time ago, and many, many times. I wasn't ready to change. You know, to change.
You got to change.
Dude, you got to change, okay? When you want to change bad enough, there will not be any excuses. I guarantee you. I have changed many, 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 many times in my life. If you've watched my career for 35 years, Grant Cardone keeps morphing into something else. And I get sick of being me. It's a damn shame you guys are like cool with being you. The fuck, you've been you long enough, man. When are you going to get tired of this version of yourself? The most successful people I know are not satisfied with themselves. So you got a therapist or something telling you, oh, you should just love yourself. That's bullshit. You should change yourself. You should keep changing yourself. And you should always be finding something you don't like about yourself. Hey, I'm overweight. I don't like that I got this arm problem. I don't like that I got this problem. I don't like that I get upset with these people. I could make this better. I could make that better. Like, dude, you guys should always be in evolution. Okay, why would you be satisfied? Show me the evolution of the entrepreneur, the student to the philanthropist. I can't see it. You were a kid. Was he satisfied? No, he couldn't wait. He could not wait to grow up.
Okay? He becomes a student. He can't stay in class forever, man. Come on, God damn, it's already too long. Okay? Then what they did was figured out how to keep you in class longer so you wouldn't get into the work phase. Another scam, by the way, was the extension of the student. They got students today that are 40 years old still going to school. I'm like, go to work, bro. Okay? Student becomes a part-time employee, works part-time as a barista, says she's learning nothing, hates her job. Everything you learned at that part-time job, I promise you, you will use later. Not next. Not as a full-time employee maybe, but you're going to use it later. Trust me. Everything I learned at those shit jobs, bro, today, they're in my face. Then you become a full-time employee. Then you become a manager. Then you become an executive. Then you become a partner. Then you become a CEO. Look, if you stopped along the way, bring it back to me, Johnny. If you stopped along the way and didn't keep doing this, shame on you. What happened? You're around a bunch of people that got satisfied. They stopped at manager. They stopped at salesperson. They stopped at assistant. They stopped at whatever. And you're the best at it. Oh, I'm the best. I'm the best teacher in the world. Great. You stopped evolving, okay? As a human being, man, money is not about money. Money is about the evolution of the person, okay? It's like, am I getting better? Am I changing me? And by the way, if you change you should have enough money that at the end of the show, you're just giving it away. That would be the ultimate thing. I become CEO. I'm a boss. Everybody wants to be the boss. But the truth is, the big money is right here. Dude, it's a giveaway. Okay? Not just a giveaway. Not only will I give money away, I'm going to raise money from other people, and they're going to give it away too. I'm going to give away my time. I'm going to give away my energy. I'm giving away my time and energy today. So, look, I just want to help you move through here. If you're flatlined, you should come to this. But if you don't want to change, they say, man, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I've appeared. Now you got to say, okay, the guy's trying to pull me out. By the way, pulling you out could be 0, it could be 1 million, it could be 10 million. All these are zeros to me. They're all zeros to me. They don't look like zeros to you, but they look like zeros to me. I got a buddy that's worth $15 billion. He called me the other day. He's like, bro, you got to come up. When you going to come up? It's time. It's your time, Grant. Look, come up. He's like, you're helping enough people, bro. He's like, you're helping plenty of people, but he's like, you got to add something on top. Thus, that's why this year's our last 10X Growth Conference, okay? Because I need to transition now and get a different audience for me so that I can make the next move up. So I want you guys to come. This will be the last one. There's people in the room. Show them the seating again. There's people in the room that are paying 20. How much? What's
20,000.
Most expensive seat?
20,000.
Most expensive seat in the room is 20 grand, okay? I'm giving you the seat and an invitation to be there. Now, look, if you can't be there, you can't be there. I'm going to get you virtual access, okay? If you can get to Vegas and you want to come do the general admission thing, come. I'm going to let you in as long as I got a seat for you. If 20,000 people show up and I only have 4,000 seats, sorry, I can't let you in. So don't be disappointed. Don't be upset. If you want to go get pissed off about it on Instagram, ain't going to bother me a bit. This is my last one anyway. Fuck it. Okay? All right? I'd love to have you there. Most importantly, though, let's just back up. Today was free. Okay? Next weekend, I need you to pay. I'm asking you to commit $997 to come spend 2 days with me on sales and marketing. That's all we're talking about for 2 days. I'm going to go 1 day on sales and 1 day on marketing. If you spent more money on marketing, would you make more sales? Not necessarily. If you knew how to make more sales and you knew how to convert a lead, would you spend more money in marketing? Probably would. I'm going to show you how to convert, okay? So I'm going to give you next week, Saturday and Sunday. You make 3 hours next Saturday, 3 hours next Sunday, and I'm going to show you how to go from 0 and add $1 million to your top line. If you work for somebody else, I can still show you how to do that. If you're making $10 million a year, I can still show you how to add $1 million. And I only need 3 hours next Saturday, 3 hours Sunday. Okay, it's called grantcardone.com/2025. Okay, then if you want to take me up on it, I'm going to support you for the next 3 weeks with Q&A with myself, Jared, and my partner Brandon Dawson and Pete Vargas. And I'm going to give you the money and finance course. If you don't want to go to Vegas, don't go to Vegas. Throw the whole thing away. It's still worth $997. It basically costs you, we're going to do 5 sessions. I'm involved in all but one of the sessions. I don't know, what does this cost? by the hour.
I mean,
$20. Okay? It's tax deductible. If you're not happy with it, we'll give you your money back. Give you a money back guarantee at the end of next week. If you're not completely happy, we'll take care of you. The website's grantcardone.com/2025, grantcardone.com/2025. When you come to Vegas and you want to take advantage of the free seat, I'm going to give you a credit for the $9.97 at your store. And I'm looking for 5 people to put on our stage at the Growth Conference. I want 5-week challenge to see who we can have in this audience that's going to blow up. And I can say, hey guys, I met this person on February the 15th for the first time. They sat in a little 2-hour training that I did and then spent 6 hours with me and some Q&A time. And they're in Vegas now. I didn't even know these people 5 weeks ago. They didn't even know me 5 weeks ago. And I'm going to bring up 4 or 5 of you and put you on stage and have you talk to 10,000 people. Okay? Anything, Jared?
Yeah, so for all the people who took advantage, again, congratulations. Stick around, don't jump off. Veronica's going to come in via Zoom and just do a quick orientation on what you got, how to access it, and how to make sure that you're claiming your seat so that we don't sell it to somebody else.
For all of you that did not take advantage of it, hey, I'm with you. If you want to call the office and ask any questions, anything I didn't answer, anything you want information on, anything we can help you with, we're here for you. You do not have to buy something from me today for us to do something tomorrow. 310-777-0255. Remember, less than 1% of the people that know anything about me ever do business with me. I'm totally fine with that, okay? It resulted in, what'd you do last year? Yeah. One company did 150.
150, 108.
108, another company.
130.
130, who was 130? 10X Health?
Yep, and then
14 million over at this company. And we raised
well, no, you 350 million over there.
We raised 350 last year.
Well, I'm just saying in rents.
Oh yeah. So it's fine. Like guys, I'm not going any place. Maybe you're not going any place. I'm going to keep changing and evolving. And I'm going to try to do it as fast as I possibly can. I'm not waiting. I'm making time. I make the time, I make the money, I invest the money, I invest the time, and I'm going to end up with time and money, okay? If I go work on my golf swing every day, I guarantee you it's going to get better. It's impossible. If I go learn how to 4-square dance, okay, I'm going to be awkward the first day, terrible the first day, excuses, I hate this, it's terrible, blah, blah. You know why it's terrible? Because I fucking suck at it, okay? 4 weeks from now, I'll be like, bang, 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 bang. Okay, same thing with sales, same thing with marketing, same thing with investing, same thing with real estate. You work it out, you work it out. The people that never work it out never commit to working it out. I want to help you. You didn't come here because you don't want help. You came here because you wanted something. Something we said got your attention. Question is, can I keep it? I need your help on that, okay? To change, you got to change.
Got to.
And more importantly, to change, you got to want to change. If you're happy with where you're at, if you're satisfied with where you're at, don't do it. It is only until you become sick and tired of being sick and tired that you make change. I can just tell you this, at the Growth Conference, I'm going to have a guy there, he's worth $2.5 billion, did it from zero, and he is like, I mean, he's as ordinary as you can possibly get. Another guy's going to be worth $18 billion if he shows up. We're still working on this one guy. I can't tell you what industry he's in, but he's the largest privately held blank business in the world. And you're going to see a guy that is like, bro, really? $20 billion guy. Ordinary, bro. Took like he's not even. He's like, Grant, I'm not even smart. It was just obvious to me. I did this thing, bang, changed the whole world with this one thing. Who else is going to be there? Another guy
does his business does $23 billion a year in revenue.
Yeah, another guy. These are ordinary people, folks. Started with nothing. Another guy started in a cookie business. He's worth $12 billion today. I was on the phone with him yesterday.
Another gal was in the
He's like, hey, why you calling me, Grant? Why you calling me? You want something? I said, I wanted to tell you I love you.
Okay. Pharmaceutical space worth almost $1 billion.
Yeah, a lady in the pharmaceutical space, okay? So I'd love to have you there. If you want to make the time, change your network. If 2025 is going to be your breakout year, you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, I'm I want to help you. Okay, let me help you. Let me be the guy that help you in 2025. Thank you for being here. God bless you. I'll see most of you next Saturday at what time?
11 a.m.
11 a.m. But we're going to turn it over to Veronica right now. She's going to tell you exactly what you need to do from here.
Veronica, take it away.
Hello, everyone. Great to see everybody. First of all, congratulations. You guys have made the best decision possible for your life and for your business. I am listening to it and I cannot believe that Grant was so generous and that he was giving all this incredible data to you guys. But not only that, that he added all this amazing value so that you guys could go ahead and join us over the course of the next few weeks. The first thing I want to do for you guys is that I'm going to share my screen because I want to ensure that you guys have everything that you possibly need in order to ensure that you know where to find everything that you guys really need to be successful with this program. But not only that, so that you all know how to access all the information and for you to be equipped on how is it that you can most effectively use it. Just so you guys know, my team is on the chat. They're going to be answering questions. And also at the end, I'll be addressing some of the most frequently asked questions that we find from the chat so we can all be on the same page and ensure that you have everything that you need. So if you guys are ready, drop me a 10x on the chat. And if you guys haven't taken advantage of the offer, make sure that you guys do. This is also meant to give you a little bit of extra clarity to ensure that you get everything that you possibly need to make the best decision for you, which most of you guys already have. So as you guys know, you decided to be part of the revenue growth package. And you guys are only getting this for $997, which is insane. You're going to be getting the 10X Sales System Interactive, which is next week, an executive ticket to the 10X Growth Con, and the sales, marketing, and scaling trainings. So a ton of information and a lot of great data. So let's just get started. I'm going to divide every single little piece of this. I'll give you a little detail on one of the bonuses that Grant gave you guys to ensure that we're all on the same page so that all of you guys can get everything that you need. So let's get started with GrowthCon, 10X Growth Conference, the last 10X GrowthCon in Las Vegas. You might be wondering, is this an in-person ticket? Yes. It is an in-person ticket, and Grant wants all of you guys there. So if you take advantage of the revenue growth package, you will get an executive ticket for GrowthCon. So for $997, this will be included. I do know that we have a few questions when it comes to GrowthCon. I'll address the free ticket situation at the end, so I'm gonna go ahead and address all of those things. In addition to that, if you guys are part of this $997 offer, remember that Grant, if you show up for the event, but only if you show up for the event, he will be giving you guys a $997 store credit that you can use towards any product in our store. But again, in order for you guys to get this, you need to show up in Las Vegas. So once you come into the booth, we check you guys in, we give you your badge, you will be receiving the access to that $997 store credit. It is only valid if you show up in person in Las Vegas. So make sure that you take advantage of that. It's an immense opportunity that you all have. If you guys do end up coming to Vegas, it is virtually free since you get the $997 back in store credits. All you have to do is show up to the last ever 10X GrowthCon. Another thing when it comes to GrowthCon is that you have an executive ticket, but if you want to upgrade your seat, you can call our office. We have a lot of incredible offers on the ticket tiers, and our team can help you. So if you call us to 310-777-0255, my team will drop that on the chat, and we will be able to help you and give you all those incredible resources. We have a few premier tickets. We might have a few diamond tickets left. So if you're looking to get into the right room with the right people and you want to sit a little bit more at the front and get more benefits, our team can help you. But with this package, it gets you in the room, which is the most important thing, and you get your executive seating to the 10X GrowthCon. And that is in March, guys, 19th, 20th, and 21st. And before I even move on, just letting you guys know that that is actually Grant's birthday. So he's going to be celebrating his birthday with you guys at GrowthCon. The next thing that we want to touch base on is the Sales System Interactive. This is next weekend. This is virtual, so it is a Zoom event. Every seat is a front row seat. Why is this an interactive event? You're literally going to be on Zoom. You'll be able to interact on the chat, and our entire team is there for you, ready to answer your questions and ensure that you have every single resource possible. So remember, our team is here to help you and ensure that you have all the information that you need, but you need to show up. So a few details about this event. Number one, next week, throughout the course of Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, you guys are going to be receiving a link to do a technical check if you buy this offer. What does that mean? Our team wants to make sure that everything works on your end on Zoom so that you can have the best experience possible Saturday and Sunday of next week. Everybody receives the link at a different time, and it is in your email. It's just to make sure that everything works. Next thing that you get is that you get a digital workbook. The workbook is virtual and you will get it the day of the event. You can download the workbook and you can edit on it. Just one tip when you go on the workbook, it is very important that you guys save your changes before you even go ahead and exit out of it. So save the changes from the workbook. This is very, very important. And also for this event, there is a VIP option. So if you guys are interested in that, you can call our office and our team can help you. The event runs from about 11 to 5 p.m. Eastern, so make sure that you guys are tuned in and ready to roll. And you're going to be receiving the link to access that event. It's 2 full days. You should treat it like it's an in person event because you want to be focused. You want to ensure that you're getting all the data that you need in order to get all that information and be able to apply it. So make sure that you guys stay tuned to that. And if that wasn't enough, you're also going to be getting the money and finance training. And that is free. It is free as a part of this $997 purchase. And you get lifetime access to this. You might be wondering, how do I access this course? In the welcome email that you guys are going to be receiving, you're going to get a link to join your Grant Cardone University account. If this is the only thing that you've ever purchased from us, this is the only thing that you will be seeing on that account. 3+ hours of video course and content, an incredible resource for all of you guys to take a look into. And if you guys don't receive the login, you can email us to chat@grantcardone.com and our team will make sure that you receive that login information. So just stay tuned to that and we'll make sure that you get everything that you need. Now, what all of you guys were waiting for, the sales, marketing, and scaling live trainings. These calls are going to be happening on the 1st, 8th, and the 15th of March. They're about an hour long. We're going to be sending the times later on in the week. Those are TBD. We're going to send it over via email, so make sure that you guys are staying tuned to that. We'll send plenty of communication beforehand to ensure that every single one of you guys gets the opportunity to jump on these calls. What do you need to do to be ready for these calls? Number one is that when you're on Zoom, your cameras need to be on. The way that these calls work is that we want to ensure that we're engaging with all of you and we want to get to meet you and get to know you. The only way that we can do that is if we can see your beautiful faces on Zoom. And how is that going to happen if your cameras are not on? And also, just a little pro tip. In order for us to pick you for questions, your cameras do need to be on. We love doing Q&A. We love engaging with you guys. But for this to happen, cameras do need to be on. And just so that you guys get an idea, we're going to divide the training in 3. So first is going to be sales, then is going to be marketing, and then it will be scaling. So these 3 live trainings are going to go in that particular order. First one is going to be March 1st, second one March 8th, and then the third one on March 15th. And don't worry, guys, I know that I'm giving you a ton of info, but we're going to be sending an onboarding summary with an FAQ for all of you guys to have everything that you need. But just keep that in mind. Make sure that you're tuned in on Zoom and ready to roll and get some incredible information. These calls are imperative because it is also going to be a great tool to prepare for GrowthCon. During GrowthCon, there's a lot of networking, there's a lot of immense opportunity. And the best way to do that is if you guys are really paying attention and taking advantage of all of these trainings. So I want all of you guys to just take note of that. That was a lot. I know that we just covered a bunch of information, and I want all of you guys to know that our team is here to help you. Our team is here to be a resource for you in every way possible. Now, with that being said, I do want to go over a few questions that I saw from the chat. My team was helping them gather them right now, and I want to ensure that all of you guys get the opportunity to get the questions that you have answered. So, just a few things. I do know that some people were inquiring about that offer for the free ticket. Remember, for the free ticket that Grant offered, it is first come, first serve, and it is a general admission ticket. We do have limited spacing, but he does have an option for you. So if by any chance you want to secure that ticket, all you have to do is pay the $97 to get a secured seat in the general admission area. This is not the offer that we covered today. It has nothing to do with the bonuses, but I do know that Grant mentioned it, and I did see a lot of questions on the chat. Okay, so I really want to ensure that you guys take that into account. Somebody asked, if we buy the $997, what does a second executive ticket cost? The executive ticket is going to be $997 as well. We have some awesome deals on companion tickets. All you have to do is call our office. Make sure that you guys are calling our office. The number is 310-777-0255. So if you guys want to go ahead and get an extra ticket for somebody, go ahead and give us a call so that we can help you. Another question that I see is, how do I get the general admission? Same thing, guys. Make sure that you go to grantcardone.com/free for that one, and you can get the $97 general admission ticket. Someone goes, what about for the people that already purchased tickets? This is a different offer, guys. However, if you already purchased GrowthCon tickets, you can call our office and our team can help you. We're going to drop that number on the chat one more time to ensure that you guys have the right information and to make sure that our team is ready to answer your questions. And you can also email us to chat@grantcardone.com so we can help you. Someone asked, let's see, can I gift my in-person ticket and add this to my virtual ticket? Well, this is an in-person ticket only, guys, the one that we're talking about over here. If you want to go ahead and transfer that ticket to somebody, you surely can. All you have to do is reach out to our team. Another question that I had was, are you able to upgrade your ticket? Yes, you guys are able to upgrade your ticket to the event. So now if you bought the $97 offer, you're able to upgrade to another one of our tiers as long as we have tickets available. We have an awesome deal for every single ticket level. So all you have to do is call our office and we can help you guys out to ensure that we give you the best upgrade to ensure that you're sitting exactly where you want to sit. So make sure that you guys are looped into that. Somebody asked, what do we do for the next 3 weeks? Well, you guys are going to be booked and busy with the $997 offer because for the next 3 weeks, you're going to have a lot of trainings and a lot of information getting into your email. You guys already know you have the money and finance training, so that is a tool that you guys can start utilizing. Next week, you're going to be having the interactive, so that is literally 2 full days of training. And then the next Saturday, you have a training. And then for the other 2 consecutive Saturdays, you're going to have trainings as well. So you will have trainings, I believe, for the next 4 weeks. So take advantage of the opportunity that you guys have. This should give you plenty of time to prep for the event. Somebody asked, how do we prep for GrowthCon? Very simple. Main thing that you can do to attend GrowthCon and get prepared for it is attend every single one of these trainings so that we can help you. We want to make sure that you guys get all the data that you need and to ensure that you get all the resources possible. And in order for us to do that, make sure that you guys are tuned into every single training. This is going to better equip you for the event, but it is also going to help you understand where you're at and where you want to be and give you a broader mindset. So when you're at the event, you know exactly what to expect because Grant wants to see all of you guys there and he wants to ensure that all of you guys get the opportunity to get the resources and the right information. Somebody asked about the store credits. I love that question. So you asked, how do you get that $997 back? The way that you get that $997 back is by showing up to Las Vegas and actually registering for the event. So if you buy the revenue growth package, all you have to do is show up in Las Vegas for GrowthCon, check into the event, and once you are registered, once you're checked in for the 3-day conference, you will be receiving the store credit that you can use for any of our products and services. So you already have an amazing opportunity. Let's see, somebody said, if a husband and wife want to do this, do they each have to pay $997? The answer is yes. The package is unique to you, especially because we have individual tickets for the event. So each $997 package comes with an individual ticket. But if you have any questions, you can call our office and our team can help you. Alrighty, guys. I do know that we covered a lot of information. I know that you guys might be saying, oh my God, there is so much data, so much info. And I also know that some people that are on here haven't purchased the offer. if you feel like going through it in a little bit more detail and really giving you guys the insider, gave you the opportunity to get more informed and really make that decision, drop a 10x on the chat. I really hope to see that chat blowing up because my team is going to be reaching out to you guys and we want you to call in. Make sure that you guys are ready to roll. Make sure that you guys take the opportunity and that you take that leap. Committing now and figuring it out later is one of the best things that I've learned from Grant. And I think it is the best thing that anybody can learn from anybody who's in business, especially from GC. This is an amazing opportunity that all of you guys have to learn from the best. $1,000 is a small price to pay for a lifetime change. So make sure that you're going to grantcardone.com/2025. Make sure that you're calling our office so that we can help you. And if you guys want more tickets, our team is ready to help you. We literally have an office packed with team members that are ready to see you succeed, and we'll send you everything that you need in an email. Just a little side note before we wrap up. When we send you that email, make sure that you check your promo and that you check your spam. Sometimes they might go in there. So make sure that you check those so that we can properly help you and give you all those incredible resources. But always call us back. Our office is open and ready to help every single one of you. Our number is 310-777-0255. And you can also reach out to us to chat@grantcardone.com. And last but not least, congratulations, everybody. And we cannot wait to see you on the trainings and